Hey everybody, welcome to Stocks Numbers Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. Welcome everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's 6:38 a.m. Eastern, almost 7 a.m. Eastern. We're getting starting a little early today so that we can go over all of this weekend's news, go through this week's news. And reminder, it is FOMC week on Wednesday at 2 p.m. And it's the first FOMC um, happening with where we're no longer going to see Powell there, and it's a new face. It's Kevin Warsh will be there, and this is a big FOMC meeting because it is the press conference, has the federal funds rate. We're going to see this week, is the U.S. going to increase, decrease, or pause these interest rates? And it's going to be volatile. If you guys remember, NFP last Friday was very, very volatile, and this could be also extremely volatile. So please, guys, just knowing that coming into trading midweek Wednesday, don't do anything crazy. Please don't over leverage, gamble on FOMC. Trade smart. A lot of you guys are doing really well with your trading. Some of you guys are now getting the hang of it, of using proper risk management. You're starting to scale your accounts and grow them. Some of you guys are getting payouts from your prop firms. Some of you guys are passing your phase 1, phase 2, and some of you guys are doing really well with your own trading money and not using the prop firm. So let's keep that in mind. Let's trade smart this entire week and see how things go. Guys, I was very, very excited to stream FOMC live with you guys. I thought the World Cup game we were going to was Tuesday, and I was going to be available for the Wednesday. Apparently, I got it wrong. The soccer game we're going to in Toronto between Panama and Ghana is actually Wednesday. So I won't be here because we got to leave really, really early in the morning to go to Toronto for that game. And but we're here. I'm here with you guys Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you guys will be on your own for that FOMC. So I just please trade careful, okay? We've got a lot to go over today. We'll get into gold and NASDAQ. We'll do the top-down analysis. But we got our first things to go over our news this week. There was some big news regarding Iran and the U.S. with Donald Trump over the weekend. He announced that they came up with a peace agreement, and it's in full effect as of now, and the markets reacted on the open of Sunday night. So we will take that into effect and see how things are moving right now. Okay, guys? So I just hope everybody had a great weekend. There was a lot going on sports-wise. I hope you guys enjoyed all that. Carolina Hurricanes won the NHL hockey. Congratulations to them. I don't feel so bad as a Montreal Canadiens fan losing now to the Stanley Cup champions. New York Knicks won the NBA championship going into San Antonio. Congrats to all the New York Knicks fans. That's been, I think, over 50 years since they've won a championship. And all the World Cup football / soccer that's going on, it's unbelievable. And the UFC last night at the White House, some big knockouts across the board. Pereira and Topuria both got knocked out. So it was awesome to watch. Okay, guys. Now let's get into it, guys. Let's go into Forex Factory, go over today's news, this week's news, okay? So there is a lot of news today, a lot of low impact news coming out of Europe, but now we're starting our North American session right over here. So for 8:30, we just have some Canadian news. 9:15 right before Wall Street, there is some small low impact US news, and then a Wall Street market opens up. Guys, remember we had SpaceX IPO last Friday, and we analyzed it on the 1 minutes right at the IPO. And you guys saw firsthand how structure was being held and respected on the 1 minute on an IPO. So that goes across the board for all securities that you are trading. Remember, price action is king. So when you learn price action, you can take trading to a whole new level and then combine your indicators, your other strategies you utilize, your risk management, and other technicals and fundamentals you add to it. Okay, so today I don't think we're gonna have any major news. I don't see any high impact folders. I don't see anything that could really sway the way the markets are moving. But what's not showing on these charts are anything Donald Trump says, if there's any breaking news, anything like that. Okay. And let's go into Tuesday. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna start. Dave starts 8 a.m. and he does the COMEX and Wall Street sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and then we'll be coming in after Dave post New York for the rest of the week at 11 a.m. So if you're doing anything regarding the Australian dollar, Tuesday, you do have your high impact news. You got your cash rate overnights and your rate statements and your press conference. And the US North American news, again, low impact folders until we get into Wednesday. Now things start to get really interesting. So day 3, Wednesday, is we have the G7 meetings all week. This is day 3 over here on Wednesday. There's a lot of British news. If you're going to trade the London markets at 2 a.m. Eastern, they have the UK has their CPI inflation numbers. We had that last week, the CPI and PPI over here in the US, and the UK will be releasing theirs as well. 8:30, you got your core retail sales and retail sales in the US. 9:30, guys, look at this. On Wednesday, June 17, 9:30 a.m., when Wall Street market rings the bell and opens, President Trump is speaking. Okay, it's right here as a medium impact folder. If you click on this folder, is due to hold a press conference at the G7 meetings in France. So at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday morning, the day of FOMC, President Trump, when the market opens, is in France and he will be speaking at the G7 meetings. I don't know what he's going to say, but anytime you guys know President Trump is speaking, the markets could get volatile. So please, Wednesday is a day I would trade with extreme caution, leading into Wall Street, out of Wall Street, and with FOMC. If you need to take a day off on Wednesday, that might be the day off, and let Trump speak, let the federal funds rate happen, and trade after the fact. Maybe trade the next day. So because you might do some serious damage to your account if you're not respecting your risk or leverage and you're not taking into account any of this news. Okay, so experienced traders will know more than just inexperienced traders here. If you're a beginner, you might have to go through this to learn. It's lessons, but I'm telling you from experience, lower your risk on days like this, okay? Because you might make those critical mistakes and wish that you never traded this day. And then the next day, it might be free flowing volume and now your account is blown up. And now you're saying, man, I wish I didn't trade all this high impact news to have my account to trade the next day where it's a clean volume. So just be careful, tread careful, speculate, use feeler trades. If you see how the market is moving and you have conviction and it's not as volatile and it's following a trend, then you can increase your sizing and trade accordingly. Okay, remember, trading is all about adapting to the market. You need to adapt to the market. The market is not adapting to your trading style. The market is not adapting to your strategy, and the market definitely is not adapting to your risk management. We need to change the way how we trade. We are the small retail traders. We are not big, large financial institutions. At least I think we're not, but trade careful, okay? And then the big news event is this. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. We have our federal funds rate. So you can see the previous FOMC was 3.75%, and they're forecasting a pause at 3.75%. However, this number could be different. It could be 4%. Then that looks like that they would have increased a 0.25%. It could come in at 3.5%, and it looks like that the actual number is a decrease of a 0.25%. But right now, odds are that they're going to keep a pause right now, and then they're going to talk about monetary policy. They're going to talk about economic projections. They're going to talk about what is happening maybe in giving guidance in the future as to maybe then they're going to decrease rates and things like that. And remember, this is with Kevin Warsh. It's not with Powell anymore. So Powell is done, and now Kevin Warsh is taking over. So we have our federal funds rate, and this is the big FOMC because this is the one with the economic projections. Not all FOMCs have this. So this is a pretty big and significant FOMC this week. We have the economic projections. We have the FOMC statement. All of that comes out at 2 p.m. There will be extreme volatility when that happens on all securities. Everything that you trade doesn't always have to be just gold or oil or NASDAQ or Dow Jones. Anything, even SpaceX will be affected by this. Everything will be affected by this because it directly impacts the US dollar, and the US dollar is directly correlated with pretty much everything we trade. Okay, it's the world's Federal Reserve fiat currency. And then at 2:30 is the press conference. This is when now FOMC chairperson Kevin Warsh will be taking the podium. He'll be giving his remarks regarding whatever the federal funds rate is. He'll be giving his remarks on the economic projections. He'll be giving his remarks on forward guidance on the statement, and he will be answering questions from the press and journalists over here, okay? And then you go into power hour, and then you wrap up your Wednesday, and also go through your earnings as well. Who is pre-market earnings and who has after-hour earnings this week? Pay attention to those bigger names that can affect the way how S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones move, okay? So that's this week, Wednesday. Unfortunately, I won't be here with you guys. I'll be in Toronto at this time, getting ready for the Ghana-Panama game. So please trade careful. Thursday, post FOMC, we have some news coming out from the UK, high impact news, some high impact news coming out of Switzerland over here, some high impact news again at 7 a.m. Eastern from the UK with pretty much their FOMC, their monetary policy summary, the MPC official bank rate votes, and then the UK official bank rate, which again looks like they are pausing as well. However, they could do an increase, decrease, and listen to in what's going on in the UK if you do trade the British pound and you do trade the European markets. We come into Thursday in North American markets. We have our Philly Fed Manufacturing Index and our weekly unemployment claims. So you guys remember last week, the number came out was 229,000. So there it is. And then the forecast is 225,000. So they're anticipating 4,000 less individuals applying for EI benefits this week. We'll see what the actual number is, okay? And then we go into Wall Street. All day, the Chinese markets have a bank holiday and will be closed in China, okay? And then to wrap up the week, Friday, June 19, right over here, we have a U.S. public holiday, okay? So U.S. banks will be closed this Friday. We'll still come in the markets with you guys on Friday. We can be trading something different. We can trade different securities. But if you guys want to know, U.S. banks will be closed in observance of the Juneteenth National Independence Day. So what's the usual effect when U.S. banks are closed? Low liquidity and irregular volatility. Okay, so most Forex brokers remain open for every holiday except Christmas and New Year's Day. Stock markets and banks have slightly different holiday schedules. So just factor that in when you are trading. We'll come in on Friday, even if we're just educating on some price action and answering some questions, and we will be doing that. Okay, guys? So that's this week's news. So big day is FOMC, and Friday, U.S. banks will be closed, okay? Now, just some news that happened over the weekend. U.S. stocks jump after, and gold commodities jump after U.S. and Iran reach the ceasefire deal. So the interim U.S.-Iran deal aims to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, easing concerns about global oil supply and inflation. So when they announced this, when the market opened up on Sunday at 6 p.m., NASDAQ pumped up, gapped up, US30 pumped up, gapped up, gold gapped up, pumped up, oil dumped and dropped down. So you guys understand the implications of opening up and a ceasefire. Now you see directly how it affects these securities. You can look a little further how it affects the US dollar and how it's correlated with all the other currencies, okay? Will this keep up this week? We will see. There's been multiple occasions we've seen in the last couple months where the same story, has reached a ceasefire, and then a couple days later, there's ongoing tension and it's off the table. But this looks like it's a pretty serious one by reading all the articles, but we will continue to see what happens, okay? So US, Iran agreed to deal to stop fighting. They reopened the Strait of Hormuz. If you were interested on SpaceX last week, Musk is saying it could bring in 1 trillion in revenue by 2030. What else we got? Hormuz trade will take months to return to normal. So, it's just not an overnight success. It will take months to recover with everything that happened in the Strait of Hormuz. So that affects the prices of oil going forward. So right over here, Kevin Warsh is the new FOMC chair. So Warsh is caught between Trump and the bond market betting on hikes. Bitcoin, also cryptocurrency, pumped up due to this good news regarding the ceasefire. So Bitcoin is up right now. And that's the news this week. Okay, guys. If you want to read up on any more of these articles, you're more than happy to click on these and research and learn a little bit more. Okay. In our Discord, guys, we sent out some signals last week. These were some signals on selling NASDAQ that hit 200 points right over here, dropping below 29,445, 450, and dropping. Commodities hit some targets as well on drops. Let's see right now at 6:43 a.m. Eastern, we just got a signal coming in to look for buys on gold or long gold above 4,330. So the trend analysis, the chart displays a clear upward trajectory for gold. We saw that on the open of the day on the 5-minute time frame, with price making higher highs and higher lows from the left side of the visible range toward the current levels near 4336. Recent candles show consolidation after an impulsive move up, with the blue and black candles indicating mixed but net positive momentum. So what the trade setup is, we're looking for a bullish entry is planned on a minor pullback to 4330. The next resistance zone is 4340 up to 4370. The setup aligns with the prevailing uptrend structure and visible candle patterns. Okay, so this is the chart. Okay, I'm going to go on do the top down analysis, but right now, if you're on the 5 minutes, you see it's consolidating. So maybe we're looking for a pullback to come right into this nice big bullish candle where it was previous resistance, with that candle closing above support. So we're looking for maybe some support to be created in around 4330. Okay, so when we get to the charts, maybe the price will get there before I get there. Just keep an eye on that. Okay, guys. And also, everyone on YouTube, thank you guys, everyone, for joining. Almost 300 viewers. We appreciate all of you guys. And there is a free Telegram channel pinned at the top of YouTube. It's for you guys. Join it right now if you haven't already. It gives you all of the live YouTube links and upcoming links so that you don't miss a session with us. And blogs. This is a blog I'll go over later on the call. It's a sniper in our group, Venet, and he sent Dave and I an extremely nice email over the weekend, and I'd like to share a little bit about that, his journey with us and his results so far. And I'm also giving Venet a one-on-one with me because I want to help him. He already got his payout, and I want to just continue to help him going forward. So Venet, if you're on the call, I'm not sure if you're on here with us, but thank you so much for this. This made Dave and I's weekend, this email you sent us, and I want to continue to work with you so that we can continue to scale this momentum. So thank you, Venet, for this. I appreciate you and the transparency on the email, and I can go over that, guys. So you might be in a boat that Venet is in, and when I read this later on in the session, it might hit home with you, and I hope it does, because he's been honest with his trading journey, struggled, and now successful in how he got there. So congrats. Guys, before and after of all the trade signals are in this free Telegram. Blogs, giveaways, promotions, all of that, guys, are all in here, okay? And we gave a giveaway again. We're giving another giveaway this Friday. So, guys, what you got to do is enter be joined on our free Telegram, and also join this AI trade ideas, where I can do a trade idea for us later on the call as well and show you how this works. So it's a neat way of doing trade ideas, by just plugging in a chart, hitting the apply button, and it will spit out the information for you. Okay. And it's got a pretty good accuracy rate. Okay. And guys, on our website, if you want to join the team, we still have this code up, SST June 50. You get 50% off on any premium plan, 3 months, 1 year, or lifetime. And you'll have access to all of the signals, trade ideas on all various securities, access to all of our indicators, our scanners, the SST daily bar, and much, much more indicators. A deep dive analysis with myself and Dave in the live Zoom sessions all week. And you have access to all of our education on our website, and the exclusive Discord community, and you're trading alongside all of our other snipers, including Venet, and you can trade with them and together as a team and use that code. Okay. And there's much, much, much more perks that you do get here, but I just can't list them all. Okay. And guys, our live sessions this week, just a reminder, here's Monday morning, we're getting started. Dave is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 to 10 a.m. in the private Zoom room. And then we come in post New York after Dave on Tuesday. Again, I'm just reiterating, I have to cancel Wednesday's FOMC day. I will be in Toronto for the World Cup, and I will be back Thursday and Friday with you guys. Okay. And our free blogs are all available here. We had the CPI week, if you guys remember, what traders need to know about that. We had the SpaceX IPO explained, what everyone needs to know about that. And this is Venet's SST breakthrough story, from random trading to consistent results. So I like to showcase actual members of SST and not just my trading results or Dave's results. You know what I mean? We do this for you guys, so we like to showcase you guys. So this was a great article, that an email that Venet sent us over the weekend, and I'd like to share that with you guys after we do a little top-down analysis. But congrats to Venet on all the success thus far. Guys, thank you again also to all the subscribers. Guys, we got some good news. YouTube came through. They gave us a message too we woke up Sunday morning, and it had the login, the redemption code, so that we could redeem the 100,000 silver play button. So it takes about 7 to 10 days. They need to go through your channel, make sure everything is legitimate, make sure you didn't buy all your subs, or make sure you didn't buy your views. So this is an organic channel. Dave and I have never bought any ads. We've never bought any subs. We've never bought anything. Dave and I are very, very cheap. And what it is just you guys hitting that subscribe button. So we appreciate you guys. That button is being shipped as we're speaking, and we will have it soon. So I'll probably be wearing it as a necklace for you guys, because I have nowhere to hang it right now. So, but thank you guys to all of the subscribers. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and continue, please, if you can like the channel, and let's get into this, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get started with gold. Just a reminder, where I said the 4330, it's all the way right here. So if you're at this level right over here, where we could look for a potential buy if it gets down there. It's not there yet, but as I do my top-down analysis, maybe it will come down there. We'll see. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Welcome everyone on Zoom. Good morning to everybody. It's 7 a.m. Eastern right now. Justin, welcome. Dennis, Halvardi, welcome. Google Pixel X, welcome. Tammy, Conrad, Krina, welcome, guys. Good morning. Kai, good morning, sir. Thank you for joining SST. Welcome. Captain Boom, my man, welcome. Good morning. Kira, good morning. Thanks, guys. Vinay, oh, you are on the call. Thank you, Vinay. And congrats. And Vinay, also in the email, if you can send me an email, Vinay, we can set up our one-on-one whenever you want, and we can go over a few things together. Tammy, your son won gold for state track 400-meter dash, boys age 15, 16. He was coming off an injury. Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations to him. All the best. Success. It's not easy coming off of an injury and coming off of it and winning gold for state track is unbelievable. So congrats to him. Ozdemir, Mahabar, brother, good morning. And thank you guys. Okay. And everyone else on YouTube, thank you guys from the top. I'm scrolling all the way up. Toontopia, first one. Thank you for joining. Good morning. Justin, welcome. Who else we got in here? Justin BLR. We got 2 Justins. Welcome. Remy, good morning. And Mupa Engineering. Welcome, 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 guys. And everybody else, good morning to all of you guys. Peter, all the way from Czech Republic. Welcome. Solomon from Nigeria. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Everybody from around the world. From all of us to you, good morning. Let's get now started. Gold right now is consolidating on the 5 minutes. It's in this tight range right now, barcoding. It's in a bull flag, could continue to move up, or if it scales back, we're looking maybe that 43.30 area, okay? And I'm going to do a top-down analysis, okay? So you see now I'm getting off the 5 minutes. I'm going to start off on the daily, and we're going to review the bigger picture of gold. Not just on the 5 minutes, but how things are moving, okay? So just a refresher, we might have some new people on the call. That is the all-time high of gold. We hit just below 5,600. If you look back, it was the end of January going into February. And then when we came right back up into here, see it's a lower high, and then we pushed back down. It came back up, lower high, pushed back down, came back up, lower high, and then we pushed all the way back down, and now we got some bullish candles coming off of Thursday last week, Friday, and then over the weekend, the good news that US and Iran have opened up the Strait of Hormuz and have a tentative ceasefire in place. So we're continuing to move up, but it's still lower highs and still going through all of this resistance. So when we're starting to look now at some key critical points of interest on the daily, this is a big level we should highlight. I put a yellow line at 4,845, 4,850, and just above there, you can see that there was a few impulse moves, which I like to create a zone right there. I make it red to illustrate that it's a selling zone. It was a selling zone, and it could still be a selling zone if gold ever gets up here in the near future. Okay, we're not there yet. We still have to get through here. We've got to still get through there in order to get up here. But if you want to place an alert up there, you're more than welcome to. And if it does get up there, what I'm looking for is, if it does eventually get up there, it's a red zone. So it's got a high probability it could go back down. However, if it breaks through there and closes above, we might flip the zone green, and then it could turn into temporary support for pullback traders to buy that, and then gold to continue to retrace up and try for that all-time high, okay? Now let's just continue to move our way down. Let's find right here where there was a supporting pivot right here in the market where gold broke, and that was that Black Monday coming down. That was a big black candle on Monday, March 23, and that's the same time when we started this same call on Monday morning, and at 7:03 a.m. Eastern, Donald Trump tweeted right here that the Strait of Hormuz was open, and the U.S. was, guiding ships through the Strait of Hormuz, and everything was open, and ceasefire and all of that stuff, just like now. And then look at how gold came up, back down, double bottom, and took us all the way back up to here, but could not break through there, because when it got up here, then there was another breaking news announcement saying that there was no negotiations, and then gold came back down. But if we look now, this area, it's not just by chance how this became support area. If you look in the past, which we love to do as price action traders, is you could see that the yellow line was 3 high wicks. That was a previous all-time high of gold. And you guys know the way how I do it. I use my line as a point of interest, then I bring it down to the bodies. So I can see back in October of 2025, just before Halloween over here, gold was an all-time high. And then you see it got retraced down, created double bottom there. And if you stretch the zone into the future, you see December 22, right near Christmas time, gold closed above. So again, with that same zone, you go green, stretch it into the future. Now I can see the new year. Happy New Year to everybody. Here, right over here, January 5th of the new year, gold came down, consolidated in there, back up, closed above. And that's what took us to the all-time high. And then now, if you stretch it into the future, that also was a big Black Monday candle on my birthday, February 2nd. And then there was a tweet that day, and then it changed direction and went right back up, okay? And you can also see right there, see the body, and a wick? That is also a point of interest on the daily. See the yellow line there at 46.50? That could be our resistance right there going forward into the future. So what you can do is add an alert at that yellow line. Okay, looking forward into the future. That was that day I just broke down. Donald Trump, that Black Monday, tweeted at 7:03. See how the volume came back up, closed above the zone. We retested it the next day, came back down, double bottom, and then we bounced off of it. But it couldn't break this red block up here. So let's continue with this zone into the future. We tapped into it. Look at, we touched it Thursday, May 28, just recently, and then it bounced up. And then you see that yellow line there? See how we're below it, that's the resistance. Then look at that big black candle. Friday, June 5th, that was NFP, right? And NFP were really good job numbers, and that's why it was good for the US dollar. And you see gold, how it was a big bearish candle. So with that candle, I can see it closed below the green zone. If you flip that zone red, you stretch it into the future. The next 2 consecutive days traded right into the red zone and pushed down for a lower low. Came in again on Tuesday and then pushed down. Then we had an ignited bar on Wednesday, push all the way down. So let's see last week's low right there, 4,020. It bounced, okay? And then Thursday we came back up. Friday we consolidated with that inside bar. And look at now how we're opening ignited bullish over the weekend news. And look at where we're coming right back into. We're trading right back into the red zone, okay? So with the red zone, don't stop. Continue into the future all this week. Go into the month of July if you like, right? Go as far. Some traders ask me, Ron, how far into the future? Stretch as far into the future as you want. All of these lines and zones are static, right? So the only thing that moves is the volume. The only thing that's variable is the volume. If the volume closes above, we make the zone green. If the volume is still below the red zone, the zone is still red, right? Okay, so now it's coming right back up. This is where it could consolidate, maybe push back down, or with that breaking news, it could break right through here today. Okay, now are we on the same page right now? We got 500 viewers. Are you guys following me right now? Hit the like on the stream. Okay, if you're understanding what's going on right now. Okay, because I'm gonna go further now. Now I'm gonna start dissecting Friday and today, and then we're going to go into the lower time frames. Then we're going to start to move into the hourly and then finally into the 5 minutes. Okay, so you guys know where we're at right now in structure. One thing I would do is, you see this big bullish candle? Okay, did it engulf this big black one? The answer is no, but the question is, did it close above 50% of that black candle? The answer is yes. Okay, so it's not a structural candle. Okay, it didn't close above all of this black candles to the left. But what I would do with that is just mark up 50% of it, just like that. Just in case it pulls back, maybe we test that and then it's got a higher low, okay? Because if it doesn't hold 50% of this bullish candle, then it's got a high probability we're going to come back, trade at that opening balance, and then come and test this low, okay? So see how I placed that yellow line there? I'm just guessing that that's the halfway point of that blue candle. We don't need to guess, right? Let's do it now thoroughly without guessing. Grab your Fibonacci tool. There's the opening balance. Drag it up to the closing of this blue candle on this day, on Thursday, June 11. See how close I was to identifying 50%, but let's make it exactly. So see how I moved the yellow line at 0.5? It's at 4,140 and 50 cents. So if it ever comes down there, I could look to buy pullback on gold. Let's add an alert there, okay? Add an alert. I don't know when it will come back here, if it ever does, okay? But if it does, I'm ready for a pullback buy right there, okay? Potentially, okay? Because I got to watch what happens when it gets down there. Now, let's see. Okay, so let's continue with that candle. Came all the way up here, closed right there. Now, remember, where bodies close and open, they are There are daily points of interest. There was the close on Thursday. Look at the open on Friday, 4,212. It's a spin top candle. So when we opened on Friday, it was initially bearish, black, 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 black. You see, we didn't trade into 50%. It made a higher low, and then it came back up to the opening position. Then the candle flipped blue. The buyers did their job filling the wick, coming all the way up to here. And you see, they didn't get up to that opening balance. A lower high, offers came in and pushed it down, and look at where we closed. It was right virtually where we opened. And that was Friday. That was 24 hours worth of trading. This is not a 5-minute candle. That's 24 hours. And then look at today. Over the weekend, Trump announced the peace deal. The Strait of Hormuz is opened, and look at gold is a bullish ignited candle. Okay, so at that exact direct point of interest. So I just changed the color now because this is a daily point of interest, but it is also the low of the day, which is a very bullish open. So I'm just changing the color to purple. Okay, I can even write here on the purple line. Let's write text. Let's write that this is the low of the day. Low of the day. And we can also write in brackets that this is a bullish daily ignited open. Does that make sense? Okay. Look at what I just wrote there. Okay. So we know if it ever comes back down here, that is the low of the day, but it is also a bullish daily ignited open. Okay. Now let's follow the volume. It opened very bullish. Did it do its job filling Friday's high? Yes. So Friday's high is a resistance. Let's mark it on our charts right there. If it ever comes back down, that could be support holding at 4,247 and just above the daily opening price. So it's not a purple line. Let's change it back to yellow. That is a daily point of interest. It was Friday's high. So what we can do is we can write on it right now that this was Friday's high of the day, which is now could be support, daily support. Okay. Do you guys understand what I'm writing in the brackets? Okay. So does this make sense now? So if we're coming down, if you see black volume coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, and it triggers that, then you got to know that it was Friday's high of the day, the wick, and it could be daily support to take us back up, right? If it comes down to here and we get a signal at the purple line, we know it's the low of the day, but it's also the bullish ignited open that started everything, okay? So let's just continue following the volume. Continue come up. Now, did it break above that big bearish open right there? Yes. Okay, continuing to drive. Now, let's see the highest point of the day so far, because there's a wick so far. Okay, remember, this daily candle still has 10 hours to go. It's still very early. Okay, so there's our highest point so far. We can even write right now on it. It is the high of the day. And I'm going to put in brackets, so far. Like, so we understand this, because everyone thinks that's it. That's it. Once a wick is established, it's the high of the day and that's it. And it's going to come down. No, it could continue to come up and break this high and go even higher. Okay. So see what I wrote in the brackets so far. Okay. Because it could continue to come up, break here. And then what is its job to do? It wants to target this Tuesday, June 9 wick. So, and it's in the red zone. So let's just mark it with a yellow line so we know if it comes in here, where we are trading and what we're filling. Okay, so right there, filling that wick. What day was it? That was June 9. So I can write, so I know that this was the high of the day of June 9th. Okay, and it is resistance. Okay, I want everyone to understand that it is resistance still until we break above it. Okay, and it's located right in the red zone. So we know red is sellers. There's a resistance. It could continue to break up, get up to there, and then come back down. Okay. And then if you want to go a little further, so if it breaks through that in the red zone, then it's clear sailing to continue to drive up. But then right there, I've got a body and a body, right? So then maybe I draw a Yellow line right there, body and a body, because that could be the resistance holding it down from coming up to the opening position of the black candle, 4433. So again, if you want to write again on it, you definitely can. We can write, what day is that? Friday, June 5th, okay, closing big Friday, which was support until that black candle closed below. And if it comes all the way back up, that could be resistance. So what I could do is I could just write on it that this could be resistance, daily resistance, right? It's on a daily candle. And the date is, so I know it was June 5th. If you ever need to go back and you got to see where did this come from? What date was it? Everyone asked me, Ron, where did you get that yellow line from? Well, now it's pretty clear where they're all coming from. Okay. So now let's look at overall pattern structure. What do we recognize? I recognize a move coming down right there. Now we got solid pivot. Okay. And now it's coming back up into the red zone. So this could be the neckline. But it could definitely break out. We had breaking news, good news. It could continue to break out. And then you guys know the drill. If it closes up there, retest this, could be green, then we break out further, okay? Could be a fake out coming back down and then coming all the way back down. But you see, each time it comes down, I want to test this support, this support, this support before it comes down. So on the daily, you see the big bounce right there, and there's two bodies. Remember when I tell you guys, it takes two bodies to identify a zone? Well, right there, you can identify a green block. And this could be our daily support going forward into the future. There it is. They're bounced off. And now let's stretch it into the future. Because if we ever get a double bottom, that's the location we want it to develop in. Right there's the one bottom. Let's say today this is the resistance. And it comes all the way back down. Can't hold there. Can't hold there. Let's say Iran comes in the market now and says, no, there was no peace agreement. Donald Trump is lying, all of that. Then the market is going to react and it could come all the way back down here and then right in there. And could be the double bottom. Then Donald Trump will tweet, nope, we got a ceasefire, and then it's coming right through again, and then we break, and then there's your double bottom bounce, okay? But we don't have to entertain any of that right now. That's just speculation. Right now, we still have good positive news, and gold is driving. Now, I'm going to go into the hourly, okay? So this is where I'm going to dissect this daily candle and figure out how it was trading on Friday and how it opened and where we're trading at right now. So see how I'm going down? 4H, 1H. I click on 1H. Now you see how our hourly candles are trading. So if our hourly candles come down to this yellow line, I know that's Friday's high of the day, the daily support. If our hourly candles come down to the purple line, I know that's the low of the day, the bullish daily ignited candle, and there it is, 6 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday. When the news came into the markets that Donald Trump over the weekend negotiated that peace deal and opened the Strait of Hormuz. And look at gold. We can see when it came all the way down here, Wednesday, futures market came up. There's the hourly resistance, back down, double bottom. There's your structural breakthrough candle. That's a candle. If I'm an hourly trader, I would definitely be cutting in half and finding the point of control with the Fibonacci. And then came back up, came back down, up and down. Again, there's the big candle, okay? So are we in an hourly trend? Yeah. Like if you look at the hourly trend, what trend is it? It looks to me like it's bullish. So you can carry that trend line. Everything that I do on the hourly is white. Okay, so I can make even the trend line, I can make it white. All daily resistance support levels on the hourly are going to be white lines. Okay, that's how I distinguish between, is it trading at a daily point of interest or an hourly point of interest? Because I'm going to go into the 5-minute candles as well. Okay, so far it's still holding this. If the hourly was to retrace back down, lose this support, maybe trade right there. Maybe we're hitting the trend line again. Maybe we'll bounce back up. Okay. We haven't tapped into the trend line as of yet because it just took off and it's got a higher low and a higher low, and we're trading now up to here. So you see the hourly volume has been fizzling off for the last 4 hours since 4 a.m. over here, okay? Now, is this a big hourly structural candle? Yes, look at it. It closed above here, it closed above this structure, massive candle. So this is an hourly candle, structural, that we can find the POC of, okay? Let's do it. Let's grab our Fibonacci from the open of 6 p.m. today, from the opening to the closing price right there. See the yellow line, okay? Friday's high of the day. With the yellow line, what I can do is just bring it up a little bit to represent 50% of that big bullish candle. See how I just lifted it up a little bit? And look at the number too. 4,249.57. So it's exactly right at our psychological level, 4,250. So it lines up with 50% of the hourly structural bar. It's our daily yellow line, exactly, and the psychological number. That's a great zone there. We got now multiple biases or confirmations. Now, when I grab a block, look at what I'm doing from 618 or the 382, however you have it placed. See, now I'm identifying a zone right there. I'm getting that little zone right there, the meat of that candle, and I'm stretching it into the future. So if the hourly volume was to come all the way into there, that is a possible buying area. Okay, I'm going to write it down in the green block that this is a possible buy zone. Okay, I'll make it bigger so everybody can see. Possible buy zone in here. Okay, so we've got an alert. Do we have an alert established here? Add an alert, right? Okay, what I'm doing, adding an alert. Okay, so if it comes all the way in here, if it comes black, 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 that's coming into the possible buying zone where we buy it back up. Okay, if it can't hold the buy zone, then it will come down there, maybe grab the liquidity, and if it closes above, it's still a buy zone, right? Everyone cool with that? Buy zone, okay? Now, can we figure out the hourly? Has it been making some sort of support? Look at when it came up, there was a big black candle, and stopped right there. So right around here at just above 4,300, we're getting some hourly support right here. I can bring it down now. See, 50% of that blue candle, and then the wick has already touched it, just 43.04. If I was to come all the way down to that wick, it's exactly 4,300 on the dot. Okay, so maybe I just want to keep it exactly with 50% of that blue candle and a wick. So that line is white, hourly. That's where I'm getting it from. So around 4,300, 4,305. We've got hourly support. I can write it on the white line as well, that this is hourly support in the market. So even if it pulls down to this white line, it could be the potential. It could come down there, could come down to the trend line and bounce back up, right? We're not there yet. We need to break this in order to come down to the possible buying zone. So this could also be a possible buying zone on the hourly, okay? Is there a zone? Yeah, well, look right here. There's the bodies. You can bring it down to exactly that 4,300 wick and stretch it into the future, okay? So you see now that could be a possible buying zone as well at the hourly support. So let's place an alert there at the white line. And we also will write on it that this is a possible buy zone. Does this make clear this top-down analysis? That's why, guys, when you set yourself up with a proper top-down analysis, you let the volume come to you. Now, I get the question, well, do we buy here or do we buy here? Well, I can't dictate the way how the volume moves, but obviously it's a better buy the deeper you go to the depth of market. Is this a good buy? Yeah, that's a good buy. It could bounce there and be the double bottom of this and go back up. But if it can't hold this, absolutely, that's a better buy. That zone, is it a better buy at that purple line? Absolutely, it's better deeper in the depth of market. Is it a better buy to buy down there? Absolutely. You're buying discounted, but we got to see what happens at each one of these blocks. Okay, what I mean is a double bottom is it's already came down one bottom. Let's say it comes back down. That could be the double bottom on the hourly to continue to break and drive up through there. Okay, now let's see where we're trading at. So now we're having a little difficulty up here. The buyers can't seem to break the daily high. They hit it 4 a.m., came back down. It opened ignited bullish at 5 a.m., came up blue, blue, blue. Did it do its job and break that high? No. It got rejected and closed, inverted hammer. And then we just opened up again where it came up, could not even break that high, come back down, and it's just consolidating here. Now we've got wicks, lower high, lower high, lower high. lower high at the high of the day. And we're fizzling off with some hourly volume. We're not getting big bodies anymore. So the volume is now getting very thin, potentially until we move into 8 a.m. 8:20 is COMEX, 8:30 any North American news. Then we move into Wall Street. Okay. So right now we've got some hourly volume just consolidating right in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the 5 minutes. Okay. So now we're going to look at the 5 minutes. We've got our grid all set up. Okay. So we know that this is a possible buy zone. That's a possible buy zone. Look at our 5 minute candles. Holy shit. These things are nasty. Okay. And also at SST, we also have a potential buy at 43,330 with the signal. So I'm going to also just write it in here at 43.30 right there, that we could have a potential 5 minute buy. We watch this location on a pullback. Okay, so I'll add an alert there that this could be a possible, well, I'll just write SST signal in there. And it's signaling to look for a buy. Ugliest candles you've ever seen? Yeah, they are. Okay, so why don't we just trap all of these disgusting candles like this? I'm not going to trade these. If you want to trade these, you're more than welcome to. These are, look, just black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black. Look at these, and now it's coming back up. So let's just, well, I'm not in a trade right now, but let's just see if the high of the day so far can continue to hold up, or it's going to create a new daily high. Maybe it has potential to get up to June 9th, high of the day up there, or it's going to be like a fake out up here and continue to push it down. But we've got our zones set up, our charts set up. It looks very neat and tidy with the explanations as to what we're looking for. All of these zones, you can now stretch them into the backwards, you know. If you want to add now indicators on your chart, this is a good time to maybe add some indicators. So let's add the 9 EMA. So see the 9 EMA, the green line, this thicker green line, we're trading right at it. Where's our 200 EMA? Look at our 200 EMA. So it's our 200 is lining up with our potential buy zone at the hourly support. So if you ask me, is it a better buy here? It could just bounce down the 5 minutes, respecting that. But if it comes deeper down into there, that's a better buying opportunity. Why? Because you've got hourly support. It's a potential. Look at the 5 minute candles, how they bounced off of that green zone before. So if it comes down in there, that could be the move coming back up into here. Okay. And then we see also the 200 EMA is lined up there. Okay. Now, the third final indicator that I like adding on my chart is this SST daily bar indicator. It's the bigger bar right here. So we can have it set up on anything above 5 minute candles. We can put it on the 15, 30, 1H, 4H, daily, weekly, whatever you want. I'm going to keep it on the hourly, so that we know the bigger perspective of what's going on the hour. So it's a 1H. So I know that my 1H right here at 7 a.m. we just opened. That's the low of the hour. It came back up. Right now it's the high of the hour. This 5 minute candle breaking out is representing the high of the hour. And we'll see where it closes. I know that there's still 30 more minutes to go before this hourly candle closes, because it's 7:30 right now. It'll close at 8 a.m. Okay. And we'll do the same type of analysis with NASDAQ as well in just a little bit. We can watch gold right now. Okay, so guys, did that make sense, everyone on Zoom? I took my time doing this one. I normally don't write all of this text on my charts, but I did it for you guys. Sometimes I don't do it on these live calls because I bang through these top-down analysis, but I really want you guys to understand, when you guys are doing this, take an extra 5 minutes out of your time to just write what these are, to remind you of what these locations are. So you're not just flip-flopping from back and forth. It could get, now everything is structured. It's on your chart. You've got alerts. Now our next job as trader is just to wait for it to come down there. So like right now, I could walk away from my charts. I've got it all set up. I could go take my kids to school. I could go make breakfast. I could go for a walk. I don't need to sit here and watch this volume. Eventually, the volume may come down here. signal me an alert, a notification, and then I don't have to trade blindly, but I can watch what's going on in that higher probable trading zone as opposed to just trading all of this garbage right now. So part of trading, the way how you're going to become successful at trading is being patient and waiting for the volume to come to you. More experienced traders will understand that, because to get that experience, you had to have learned by making your mistakes, by trading this garbage. And then when it comes down there, it could be a clean bounce coming right out of there. And then you're saying, well, why didn't I wait for it to come down there? Well, then it's too late. You've already lost your money. You've already over leveraged trading this shit in here. So you didn't even allow it to come down there. Okay. Will it come down here? I don't know. There's a lot of bullish news. So it might continue just making higher highs and not come down here. But that's not to say that it's not going to come down here tomorrow. It's not to say it might not come down here for FOMC on Wednesday, maybe next week. You guys know markets move up. If there's trending news, they can continue to go up, but eventually they will pull back. There could be negative news coming in the market next week. And then the market needs to come back down and grab the pending orders sitting in here. And then, you know what I also do is backtesting these zones. Watch when you see breaking news. Watch when you see when Donald Trump tweets, it's the market comes down all the way down to these zones, and then all of a sudden Trump will tweet something, and then boom, it's the catalyst to get out. Sometimes it's lined up perfectly where the tweet or the breaking news aligns with these zones. And then you understand the manipulation in trading as well. Maybe you'll have to see that firsthand. I've seen it before. Maybe some of you guys don't believe me, but when you do an analysis like this and you're waiting and then you see it come in here where you're looking for a zone, a buy zone, and the news all of a sudden happens regarding that could be specific to moving bullish in that zone, then you're like, holy shit, how did that happen? But I've seen it. Maybe you will. I'm gonna guarantee that you will see it if you're patiently waiting in these zones. Country, it's fishy how it all coincides. It was fishy for me at the first time. The second time it was fishy, but when I see it over and over and over and over and over for multiple years, it's not fishy anymore. Now it's all like just part of doing business in the trading world. It has, if they want it to come down here, there will be some negative news that could push it down here. Then when it gets down here to pick up all these buy orders, there could be some positive news that comes out, right? Does it always happen? No. Okay. Okay, so let's watch now. This could be a fake out up here. So that 5-minute candle broke that high of the day we had so far, new high of the day, and closed. And look at now how the candle is opening, bearish ignited. So it's coming all the way down. Now it's going to test 50% of this bullish candle right here. Cut it in half. And we'll see if it continues to hold or flag and continue to drive, or this big black candle is going to come down and close below 50%. Then the next black candle will come back down, trade into the zone, and that looks like a clear fake out. Okay, or it could come down black, and engulf this entire black bar. And then I could, with high probability, potentially say that it's going to continue to come down black and test this 5-minute support levels. So we might be seeing a clear fake out right now. It faked out all of those FOMO buyers buying that new high of the day, and look at now how the sellers are bringing it right back down. Okay, guys, so almost 600 viewers on YouTube. If you guys can kindly leave us a like for that analysis. We just lost one subscriber with that analysis, probably because I talk too much. I understand that. I lose your interest, but I'm doing it because I know the benefit of it. There we are, 667. Perfect. Guys, thank you. We're potentially hit 102,000 maybe this week. I appreciate you guys. And also hit the like on the video. If you can hit the like on the video, it does help YouTube's algorithm, I guess, push us out, get us trending at the top if anyone's searching for live trading. And that's how we met all of you guys. That's how we met everybody here in the Zoom. That's how we met all of you guys here on YouTube. So we appreciate you guys. You guys are part of the success of SST. That silver play button is your silver play button as well. If we could order each one of you guys a silver play button, we would. Do you guys know how much those play buttons are? Anyone want to guess? We have to buy them, right? They give you one for the channel, but there's two of us, myself and Dave, so we had to get another one. How much you guys think they are? Anyone know? Want to take a wild guess? 700 kite? No, a lot lower than that. 2,000? Holy shit. No, a lot lower than that. Not even 1,000. 50 bucks? 250, Justin? They are $150, $125. 125 US and $60 shipping. I guess they're pretty heavy. Okay, look at that candle, guys. It was black, 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 black. It came, tested the support level. See, just above the ignite, and then those buyers are buying it right back up. So it's right back above the highest point of the day, which could continue to push this thing bullish. So you see how that black candle came all the way down. It looked like it was going to engulf this big blue candle. It looked like it could have been a clear fake out, but the buyers came right back in and are buying it right back up, going into the close in 1 minute. Did I get a new keyboard or clean the chocolate milk? Good question. I didn't have time to go get a new keyboard. What I did was I turned it upside down, and I guess all the chocolate milk fell out of it, and then I dried it up, and I'm still utilizing my old keyboard, and it's working right now. I told you I'm a cheap guy. If it doesn't work after today or tomorrow, I will go get a new one. But I didn't have time. I just turned it upside down, and it's working fine right now. Yeah. It wasn't me, guys, that dropped the chocolate milk in it. It was my daughter. She comes down here and she uses she goes on. I'm not lying to you guys, okay? She comes down here. She'll start my computer. She goes to the trading view charts and she's marking up the candlesticks. She's going to be 10 years old in July. She comes down here and then she puts, and then she also plays with these emojis over here. Like she puts, if it's a bearish candle, she'll put the bear. If it's a bullish candle, she puts the bull. See, I can tell that she was playing on it because the emojis are at the front here. She also likes the poo emoji. She likes that one too. This is the poo zone. Okay, this is the poo zone. That's what I tell her. I don't say the shit zone to her or the cluster of shit zone, but I tell her it's the poo zone. It's the cluster of poo. She likes that too. Do you guys ever teach your kids about trading? Yes, Karina? Tammy, you do too? Yeah, teach your kids about, well, not about the financial part, but teach them the candlesticks. Like they play video games, they play Roblox, they play all these games, they probably play Tetris, like those Nintendo games. It's like a building block game. So my daughter sees, will the blue one, is it bigger than the black one? Or is the black one bigger than the blue one? I can show you. I did a little, every so often she comes down here and we do a recording together because she's really interested, more so than my son, about trading. So I eventually want to get her comfortable with maybe where she can do this live for her friends and teach maybe her friends or some kids about candlesticks too. Okay, so it's still very bullish. If we look on the RSI on the 5 minutes, we're still not overbought, so it could technically continue to drive bullish. Guys, just a reminder of everyone on YouTube. We have 1,000 viewers and we only have 275 likes. So if we can get the likes up to 500 to represent 50% of you guys on YouTube, it brings us good luck. It brings us good karma, good positive vibes, and maybe it gets us a little bit more excited where we're at the point of control of you guys. Because to have 1,000 viewers and only 275 likes, I'm a numbers guy. That's low. Okay, now let's see. Now we got another big bearish candle coming through here, and we're getting closer to a new 15-minute candle at 7:45. Tony, she knows Amazon Prime Week is coming up this week. Yep. So you know what that means. Buy a new keyboard. Absolutely. She knows that too. Yeah. Amazon Prime Week normally also appreciates the share price of Amazon, the company. So keep an eye on that. If anyone's looking to trade Amazon, maybe through options. No, I'm not in a trade right now. No active trade. I will let you guys know verbally when I go into a trade. Right now, we're watching is we did a top-down analysis. We watched this real tight consolidated zone continue to break out bullish, just broke a new daily high, but now it's coming back down black. So right now it's consolidating in here, and we're going to watch the volume as it moves into 8 a.m. and into COMEX. The reason why people can't press the like button is maybe they're going through a losing streak. Well, what does that have to do with not hitting the like button? Because you're in a losing. Then you can not hit the like button and we won't be here, and you can go through your losing streak all by yourself, or you hit the like button and you can go through your losing streak with us helping you analyze and helping you get into more profitable trades with better analysis. That's up to you. I would, whether I'm in a losing streak or I blow up my account, I would still hit the like button because we're providing good value here at this channel. I would do that for any trading channel, whether I'm in a losing streak or not. What the hell's that got to do with me? Then go lose on your own. We're trying to get you out of a losing streak. We're trying to help you become on a winning streak. Okay, so to me, so far, that looks like maybe a fake out at the highest point of the day. It took 3 candles. It wasn't just, that one was coming down black, 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 but then you see it came back up, and then now that's a big substantial black candle coming down, okay? So we're right back in the shit zone. Just like nothing ever happened. We're right back in here. Now let's see. We do have that buy setup signal at 43.30 down here. If we go back to look over here, this is what we could be targeting, that 43.30. We watch it. Here it comes down now. Okay, so what goes up can come down very, very fast. Okay, so I'm just going to check my spreads here. I didn't, Yusuf, I didn't take the point of control of the first blue candle, this one here at 7:30. The reason why I didn't do that was because when it opened, the candle was coming down black, 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 and was all the way down here. Plus, it's a candle right at that highest point of the day. So, I don't know. I just didn't do it. Oh no, the very first big one, this one right here. Yeah, because I could see it traded into it right here and here and here. Yeah. I sometimes I visually I can see 50%. But if you guys need me to do it for you guys every single time, no problem. But like I can see that big, big candle, half of it is right around here. So I can see right there, it held, it held, it held, it held. And now we're gonna maybe close below it now, okay? I just don't want to have too many zones on the chart because then it's gonna confuse people. But if we get rid of this, like let's say, let me show you. Okay, so from that big blue candle, coming all the way up, right? If I find the 50%, it's right there. We see where it held all the support and then just that little fake out. That was a bullish ignited candle that came in. So I understand what that is. And then right there, 618 to the 382, there's the zone. Zone, 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 zone. Okay, so we're still going to keep it green. Still support because this candle hasn't closed yet. Okay, see, okay, so there's the point of control, Yusuf, of the big candle at 4:30 a.m. Eastern. When it came into the point of control, back up. Came in there, held, 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 held. There was the big breakout, and now it was like a fake out, and now coming right back down. So if this closes now below here, we're going to flip it red. We have a potential buy signal here at 43.30, but also we got to determine the volume coming down. If it's really heavy volume, it could break this and come down lower, okay? Just because there's a signal doesn't mean you trade blind, right? We watch, we entertain, we see, but we still got to watch what's happening, okay? So I'm waiting for this candle to close now in 3 seconds. Here's the close. It did in fact close below that green zone. So you see what I'm doing? Momentarily flipping it from green to red. Now it's a bullish ignited candle coming in. Okay, so we're gonna see, is it gonna be a big bullish engulfing candle, come back up, close above, and then it's going right back up. It's a green zone again, or now the sellers are gonna start to come in and start pushing it down, 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 fill the wick, and maybe trade down to 43.30 or this 43.28. Okay, and then this could be a potential area to buy maybe a scalp pullback right here. Okay, so you see that's a big bullish ignited candle open. So it's bullish, 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 bullish. So it's coming now into here, getting rejected. Double top on the 15 minutes. Ooh, those 15-minute candles are ugly. Okay, so those 15s are ugly, but it's coming down, might come back in. So maybe we wait for the 15-minute candle to close in the next 8 minutes, and then we go into 8 a.m. Okay, it's still very choppy. Okay, look even on the 15 minutes. This is real choppy price action. 5 minutes look like this. No one's saying that you have to take a trade. We can still wait it out. What are you guys looking at? Are you guys looking to maybe continue to buy or sell? What's your bias right now? The trend is bullish, right? So if you're looking for buy, some of you guys on YouTube are sell. It should come down. A lot of mixed reaction. I'm seeing a lot of buy, sells. Welcome to trading, right? Krina, sideways. Yeah. Okay, so that was big bullish ignited candle. Blue, came into the red box, got rejected. So let's see if we're going to lose the opening balance of this big blue candle. So far it came down. It's an inverted hammer coming back up blue. Vinny, you like the buys from 25? Yeah, those are good buys there too. There's a wick there, a wick there. 25 is right here, Vinny. Yeah, that looks like a good buying opportunity down there. Right there, 25, yeah. We can also wait till 8 a.m., right? So in another 5.5 minutes, we're going to get a new hourly candle. Maybe that's what we do. We look at the hourly. Okay, the hourly has got, okay, it was blue. We saw when it broke the high, then it got that 5-minute fake out, come all the way back down, came down there, and coming right back up. The hourly candle is showing no direction either, right? It's choppy. Okay, I know everyone wants to take a trade, but you can still wait it out. Guys, we have 1.1 thousand viewers, 1,100 viewers. If we can hit the like button going into 8 a.m., we appreciate that. Get us into COMEX and Wall Street. We're going to do some other analysis on NASDAQ. And then maybe US30, we can utilize our AI trade ideas. We can upload a chart in there and it will spit out some trade analysis and maybe a trade setup for us as well. This is the giveaway we're giving away, 1 month free of the AI chart analysis and a membership with us at SST. If you can join the free Telegram channel, it's pinned at the top of YouTube for all of you guys. Join this. You get all of our live links this week to join our YouTube, all of the promotions, giveaways, 50% off here, and the giveaway. We gave away 3 giveaways last week. For hitting 100,000, we awarded Tony Gold for a lifetime membership at SST. That's valued at $2,500. Congratulations to him. He's already in our group. We awarded 2 YouTube winners with a 3-month premium plan at SST and a month of the AI trade ideas as well. So, but you have to follow those instructions. You got to join our free Telegram and join the AITradeIdeas.com to be enrolled in it. Okay, so we're still just kind of consolidating in here. Okay, there was a move up to the high of the day, then a big move coming back down, and we're right back like in this consolidated zone. We still haven't moved anywhere, okay? Yeah, there was a quick, nice little buy and a nice little sell, but we really haven't moved anywhere out of this zone. So gold is still consolidating. Whether you look at it on the higher time frames, the 15 minutes are still consolidating, the hourly still consolidating, okay? The 5 minutes are just showing a little bit more moves, but we really haven't moved anywhere yet, okay? So we can continue to wait it out going into 8 a.m., more specifically, maybe into COMEX at 820. Guys, we need 40 more likes, and then we get to 500, and that was our goal for today. So thank you, guys. SpaceX is up 5.5% in the pre-market, back up to $170. MicroStrategy is having a great day due to Bitcoin right now is up 6.3% pre-market, back up to $132. Nvidia is up almost 2%. A lot of AI, quantum computing are up 5 to 8% right now. Pretty much the entire market is green in the pre-market due to all this positive news coming out over the weekend with the Strait of Hormuz opening up and the ceasefire deal agreed, brokered, negotiated through Trump and Pakistan, where Iran and US are saying we're ceasefire, but we'll see what Israel is doing. Israel needs to also stop attacking Lebanon for this to happen. I don't think Israel's stop attacking Lebanon. So that could throw this whole thing off, right? Yeah, right here. Israel media citing resources. Netanyahu informed Trump that Israel is not bound by the Lebanon clause in the agreement. So I guess I guess Israel is going to continue to attack Lebanon, and then Iran will probably say, "Hey, what the hell is going on? We're agreeing to a ceasefire, and they're still attacking Lebanon." Then the attacks start again, and then gold might drop, and stock markets could turn red. Right? It's not like it's just it might happen. We've seen this for the past 3 months now. Okay, so if I recognize patterns. And if you recognize patterns too, that could be a pattern happening. I hope you won't disappear like the last stream. I hope not either, but that's my internet. My internet crashed. Who knows? Maybe I said something and Rogers cut my internet. I hope it doesn't happen either. Okay, it's 8 a.m. now. We got a new hourly candle. Okay, did it come down to our buy signal down in here at 43.30, even lower? It has not yet. Okay, so it pulled back into here. We're still in this zone. I'd like to see maybe the blue candles closing above, or black will come back down. Just the start of 8 a.m. Nigel, good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Well, for me, it's good morning. For you, maybe afternoon. It's 8 a.m. over here. Anything for NASDAQ? We'll get to NASDAQ in just a little bit. We'll do an analysis on NASDAQ. Yeah, we'll analyze all of this. Where's everybody from in the chat? We have 1,000 viewers. Where's everybody from? SST is from London, Ontario, Canada. The real London, the Forex capital of the world. Not London, UK, but London, Ontario, Canada. Yusuf, you're from Zoom? I know. You guys are from Zoom. We got Lithuania, Jordan, USA, Nigeria, Crux, Albania, Armand, Kuye, Pershendetia, Indonesia, Pakistan, Chicago, India, South Africa, Uzbekistan, UAE, Algeria, South Africa, Kenya, Poland. Amazing. Wow. Who's going to win the World Cup? What about Germany? Did anyone see the German game against Curacao? Germans went up 1-0, and then Curacao scored 1-1. It was really like a nervous time, and then boom, 7-1 after that. I was like, oh man. Which game? Who plays today? Let's look at today's games. We got Spain and Cape Verde at noon, our time. Belgium versus Egypt at 3 p.m. Saudi Arabia and Uruguay at 6, and Iran versus New Zealand at 9 p.m. tonight. Spain is a heavy favorite to win the entire tournament. Big powerhouse. Spain, France, Argentina, Portugal, England, Germany. Brazil, I don't know. Neymar wasn't playing. Morocco, man, they looked amazing, Yusuf. Hakimi is awesome. They won the African Cup. Morocco is an awesome team. Yeah, they might surprise in the group as well. New York Knicks, yes. What an amazing series. Yep, congrats to all the Knicks fans out there. Crazy Knicks fans. You guys are a little rowdy. But I guess it was 50 years coming. Oh, cousin, I'm sorry. Morocco didn't win the African Cup? Senegal did. Oh, I thought it was Morocco that won it. My bad. Senegal is a really good team as well. Yeah, it was a wild weekend, Shay. Yeah, the NBA, the Knicks, we got the World Cup, the Stanley Cup, the UFC at the White House. Those fights were unbelievable. Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. Across the board, sports wise. Okay, so gold is still just consolidating in here, guys. I'm just going to leave gold consolidating. We're about 14 minutes away from COMEX. We'll just see what's happening. Let it consolidate. I'm just going to do NASDAQ really fast. So on the daily of NASDAQ, real fast, okay? So we have an all-time high on NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ now, okay? So I'm just doing a faster top-down analysis. I'm not going to write everything down like I did with gold, but that is a all-time high, the orange line. We got up there June 3rd, and since then, it retraced all the way back down to here. So we got good support right there. Yellow daily point of interest, 23,400, 450 area. If you want to draw a green zone, like right below it, right there to those wicks, you can go even to that green body, that ignited body right there. There's NASDAQ's support, good support. We do have this pivot right here where we did come up. See how his resistance closed above? And then there's the big black candle on Friday, NFP, and 50% of it already tapped in, back down. Now we're right above it. See, even today, it closed a little bit above on Friday. And then look at today, bullish ignited with that all of that news on the weekend, and it's really bullish, okay? So if we continue, are we going to get up to the all-time high? Potentially, it looks like it wants to get up there. There's our highest point of the day. It's bullish ignited. So I don't want to have just two lines right there, right close to each other. So what I do is just move this yellow line to right up to the opening price. You know, just like gold, it's a bullish ignited open. So that is our lowest point of the day, and it's bullish ignited. Have we came up above Tuesday's high of last week? Yes. So that's a yellow line. If we come back down, maybe we'll hold support just below the ignited open. Okay, but it's still bullish. Do we have a wick so far? Yeah, there's a tiny wick. So again, it's a high of the day like we did with gold so far. Okay, still a lot of time that it could continue to just break above this and make a new high. So very bullish. Now, what's the next possible area we could go to, the opening balance of the big bearish candle on Friday, NFP, that took the whole market down. That's where we got to retrace up to and test the open of that big bearish NFP Friday. We're still not there, but it could potentially get up there. That's where maybe we need to test and see what type of resistance is there. Maybe we'll pull back, maybe we'll break right through there and continue to go up to these two bodies. If you want to go to the next wick right up there, you can. But the bodies need to be, it needs to retrace back up to that opening body. Okay. Now, this big bullish candle, it could come down a little bit and then go right back up. So it's very strong. Now, if we look at the overall pattern, it could come right into that double top all-time high or extend for a new all-time high. You guys know if it goes above a new all-time high, use your psychological numbers, okay? Go to potentially 30,800, 900, then 31,000, and then 31,100, 200, 300, 400, right up to 500, just like an auction, okay? If we go into the 1 hour, where did all of this volume come from? Well, obviously it came from the opening of the day, 6 p.m. right there. Have we retraced back into 50% of that hourly candle? We have not. So that yellow line, you can kind of coincide it, move it right into 50%. And look at, we're just making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Volume is kind of fizzling off a little bit. So maybe there might be a retracement during Wall Street and then pick it right back up and continue to go up. Is there any hourly support levels right now? Right now, we got a lot of hourly bodies right here. There's a open close there, an open close, open there, close there, open there. So 30,230 is a white line. That's my hourly support right now. We're in an hourly flag, which could continue to break bullish. Or if we lose this, then we might get some retracement back down to. There's the body, the big, huge opening candle, the hourly at 6 p.m. That could be retested at 30,037 at later point. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Who knows? But we got some support. It is still bullish, right? And then on the 5 minutes, this is what we got going on NASDAQ, where it traded right there to the highest point of the day, came back down, created some support all the way back up. But you see now there's a little bit of a red zone, like right here, double top on the 5 minutes, right there. If I go backwards as well, okay, so you see it's red. The 5 minutes are struggling to break for a new high of the day, struggling to break for a new high of the day. They're coming down, higher low, try it again, struggling again. So if this trend on the 5 minutes cannot continue to hold up, it is ascending, so we should break out impulsively if it has that breakout there. If we lose this, then we're coming down to the hourly support. If that can't hold, we're breaking down. Okay, so that's NASDAQ. 9 EMA, we're above it. 200 EMA is all the way down here. And our hourly bar is right here. Okay, so that's NASDAQ. We will revisit this. But let's watch gold going into COMEX in the next 8 minutes. So we're barcoding right in that zone again, right in here. Black, blue, black, blue, black, blue. So it's gold sucks right now, okay? But it will open up. It will open up. There's a lot of buyers buying and there's a lot of sellers selling. There's a lot of buyers buying and a lot of sellers selling. It's not going to trade in here all day today. Okay, we know that it could come back up to the all-time high, not the all-time high, the daily high, and continue to break out, or we're going to start to sell down below here. What news is in 6 minutes? COMEX market, not news, but it's the COMEX market. The commodities exchange will be opening up at 8:20 a.m. Eastern in about 6 minutes. That provides volatility and lots of volume in the markets, especially if you're trading gold. Okay, so that will be opening up very, very soon. News-wise, Monday, right over here. Any news? Eight, not much. We got some Canadian, not much today. So I wouldn't be concerned with any news. I would be concerned with the COMEX market open. Okay, so again, that was blue, blue, blue. Did any blue candles close above this zone? The answer is no. Okay, so sellers are back in, pushing it down. Maybe trapped a few of these buyers and continuing to fill that wick and drive down. So we have an SST buy signal at right here at 43.30, but it's right before COMEX. Okay, so we can watch this as it's coming down. Doesn't mean we have to buy blindly, but we can watch what's happening here. Okay, so the volume came down right before the market, right before COMEX market open. Stop loss for SST. I'm not in a trade right now, guys. I'm not in a trade. Okay, there's no stop loss, there's no TP, there's nothing right now. I'm not in a trade. I will verbally say I am going into a trade. I will verbally tell you where I'm placing my stop loss, where I'm taking TP. You will see. I will set up the risk to reward box. And I ask all of you guys, use your own proper risk management when you're trading, okay? My risk is different than yours, and yours is different from someone else's. All we can control is our own risk, okay? I can't control your risk. I can only control mine. I'm not over leveraged. I'm not gambling. I'm only risking 0.25% of my 1% per day on any trade I take on any one of these calls. So if I get stopped out, I'm not blowing up any accounts like most traders. And if you haven't learned that yet, you've got a lot to learn in trading. Okay, so it's pushing down into here. You see it just bypassed that 43.30 where we're looking for a potential buy, but it's a bearish candle coming down, and we're going into COMEX in the next 3 minutes. So notice I haven't taken a buy off of that yet. There's some traders that will go in early, and then when it goes in drawdown, then they're saying, what the hell happened? Well, you were the one that just bought a candle that just came down there without any closure or confirmation. That's up to you if you want to trade that. You can wait for the bar to close because it could even go lower, right? That's why signals, guys, for any signals, anyone that gives a signal, whether it's our group, your group, or another group, you got to know how to trade them. You don't just trade blind. Okay, so that's a big bearish candle. Someone in our group was looking at 43.25. It's getting down there now too, but it could even come down lower, right? It could close below here and be an ignited open and continue pushing down. Okay, so I will be looking at my spreads and getting ready if I look to take any trades. Okay, so this is going to close in less than 2 minutes. We're right back down to a nice psychological number, 4,325. NASDAQ NASDAQ is pushing down too, but we're going to watch gold for COMEX right now. Okay, so there's a wick off of 43.25 coming back up. Let's see the closing price, closing volume in 50 seconds. Justin, you're looking at 43.0806 for the buy. Yeah, you're all the way down in here in the hourly zone. That's a better, right? Deeper discounted buy. Absolutely. This is just a minor zone right here. Minor support. Short time like support. This is the bigger. Remember the hourly support. White line. Possible that's a bigger buy zone if it gets down there. We'll take it one candle at a time here. 5 minutes at a time. Here's the close, and then it's COMEX market, okay? And it's going to be volatile. So there's the close. It closed below the signal area, okay? So it can go down deeper. You don't need to buy. If you went in on impulse or you just took a buy when it came down there, well, I'm explaining it to you that you went in on impulse. I was looking for a buy up there too, but no volume is there right now. Okay, so we got to watch either deeper. Will it come down? Will it build back up? Or is this going to bleed all the way through here? Okay, see the volatility? See how it flashed blue and then it just came back down black and now it's coming back up blue? That's the volatility of COMEX right now. Okay, there's some news coming out right now. Let's see. Tehran will take measures to ensure safe passage in Strait of Hormuz in coordination with Oman and other countries. This will be for a specific time and corresponding to U.S. own commitments. Okay, so we see some blue volume coming back up. Let's see if it will close back above that 43.30. And then maybe now it's potentially at that pullback buy area as well. Okay. Some traders are going to go in right now on impulse. Some traders are waiting. I'm going to wait for this to close. I want to see, is this blue volume going to engulf this black bar? Is it just going to come up to the opening price and get rejected back down? Will it build off of this? Then maybe we could look for potential buy to continue to go up. Vinny, your buy at 25 activated. Yep, exactly right where you said 25. Good supporting level. There's wick off of there. Nice. So you're up 50, 60 pips right now, right off of the bottom there. That's nice. 90 more seconds. So we're up to the opening. Will it fill that wick? Will we build above here? Yeah, we'll see if it could be support here. One more minute to go before this candle closes. Okay, strong bullish candle, filling that entire wick, coming back up. Remember to our prior zone, the bigger zone up there, right up to that 9 EMA. Maybe this will be the neckline going forward. Okay, and here's the close. So you see the red line is still representing about 50% of that candle. Okay, so if it gets one more retracement down in here, it's holding bullish ignited open. So you guys know it could be just still bullish ignited, continue to fill that wick and continue to drive. However, if we do get a pullback, we can entertain our SST buy signal here at 43.30 again, unless you want to jump in on this candle with no retracement as of yet. The hourly is flipping back to a bullish pin bar. So it looks like Comex, you see the open, 820 is bringing in that bullish volume back into the gold, and it's coming back up. I didn't take that buy setup off of the SST signal. If you guys got in, you got in. I didn't. I was waiting for the closure above it, this candle, and I was also waiting for a retracement back into it, and I don't have it yet, okay? So the only thing was if you bought going through it or if you bought this ignited bar, you could be in the profit, right? Otherwise, if you didn't, like myself, I'm still waiting for the pullback. So it's still a static buy signal, but it has not came back into it as of yet. If you were on a lower time frame, if you went to the 3 minutes or the 1 minutes, maybe you could have saw a different perspective. So you see that 1 minute candle at 822 did close above the signal, and 823 did respect it on the 1 minute. So if you jumped in, if you're a 1 minute trader, that could have been your signal to get in, and you can see you would be in the money. But I'm sitting on the 5 minutes, so I didn't have that opportunity on the 5 minutes. That's what I mean. Everyone trades at a different time frame. So what I see on the 5 minute might be different than what you see on your time frame as opposed to what someone else sees. So that's why you got to pick and choose what time frame you're comfortable trading. And NASDAQ, it could potentially sell back down, guys. Okay, so breaking down, close below that trend line, below structure right here on the 5 minutes. So there's the M pattern on NASDAQ that could continue to come down, fill the wick, drive down to that hourly support down there. Yeah, I like the way how NASDAQ is moving. Yeah, NASDAQ could sell down continue to get down to the white support line, maybe potentially break it. Okay, I'm going to go in on a sell on NASDAQ. I like it. Close below the structure there. It's below the trend line. It's a shooting star candle. I want to see if it can get down to the hourly support, maybe just break to that 5-minute level right here. Okay, so I'm going to sell on NASDAQ, just testing this out. I'm going to place my stop loss above that 5-minute wick right here from 815, my maximum risk on this trade, and see if it can continue to break down. Measure it down to the white line. Could be 30 pips down there. Slower moving NASDAQ, we'll see what happened, okay? But let's just continue to look at gold over here. So gold came up, bullish, okay? Wick, getting rejected. It's an inverted hammer candle, still holding that bullish ignited head with 30 seconds to go. We'll see if it can continue to hold inside here. And then if NASDAQ can create a new low, and maybe push down to that hourly level. It is an M pattern, what you guys are normal, double top. There's the support, double top. Okay, so will it continue to, push down trade into here? That's what time will tell. So I'm going to sell on NASDAQ and still waiting for gold. Okay, and gold is still in here. The red zone came back in blue and still now trading black inside here. So it could consolidate in here. It could be an inverted head and shoulder pattern where left shoulder, the COMEX was the inverted V recovery head, consolidates in here and continues to break out, fill all 5 of these wicks. They're all short wicks, so it could easily fill those wicks and start to drive back up to the high of the day. Definitely. Gold could be definitely bullish. Nice big bounce off of gold. The hourly candle has flipped bullish pin bar, so it has lots of volume. It could potentially get back up to that highest point of the day. Right up there. That is the highest point of the day. 4347. NASDAQ is coming back up, so I'd like to see, can we get a little bit of bearish volume below 50% of that candle? My stop loss is above that wick right up there. Good rejection so far on NASDAQ. I can flip-flop between both of these. So there is a rejection there. 1, 2, 3 rejections. Just see if we can offer to this blue volume, get it back down a little bit, and then start to continue to break down, get it down to this hourly support level. Would be a good area to maybe reduce risk and see what happens down there. Gold is bullish right now. So if gold closes above on the 5 minutes, blue, above this red box, I'm going to flip the box green. And then that zone turns again into support after the liquidity grab you can see at COMEX market open when it came down there at 8:20 a.m. So when that COMEX market open, it came down there, picked up all of those orders that were pending at 43.25, 43.30, pick them up and continue to take the market up. And we got 2 more minutes to go into the close of these candles. I'm in the NASDAQ still, yeah. But there's a bullish candle right here. I'm still in it. Yeah. Okay, so volatility. See that big, see the blue candle was all the way up here and see that big push down. Okay, so there's volatility right now happening in the markets. That was a big push down. Can the black volume now do its job, break that low and close down below here? So I'm just going to follow this NASDAQ volume. Okay, so rejection, rejection, rejection. We're below 50% of that candle. We're below the 90 MA. There was a massive, you saw that. That was a blue candle, and then they just went down black real quickly. So that was a big offer that just got activated during this time frame. And it did create the new lower low. So that's good. In order to continue to push down, I have to have lower lows. I don't want to see equal lows or higher lows. So now I just got to watch the closing volume in the next 30 seconds. Gold is very bullish. Okay, so if you guys are in buys on gold, congratulations. Okay, I'm just going to follow this NASDAQ volume. Here's the close. So it is a nice shooting star candle. It could close right near the low. Could be a bearish ignited open and continue to pop that little tiny wick, which it is. Bearish ignited open, pop that little wick. So will it have enough volume to drive down to that hourly support white line? Not yet. So now it's a blue candle coming back up. So what you can do is naturally cut that black candle in half like that. And if it maintains just like here, maintains below, then we could continue to push down. Okay, see the red line now? It looks like it was the support right over there. If I bring it down to that support, it's exactly 50%. So I got the look that I'm looking for. Came up blue, lower high, short wick. Now I just need it to drive down to that white line. That would be approximately 30 pips down there. I know it's a smaller move. If this was like gold, if it came down there, that would be much more pips, but just how this security trades. And we'll see if it continues to push down, right? We'll continue to watch that. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold, okay, so gold did close above that red zone. Go red to green for anybody that's trading gold. And then if it pulls back, you know, it could pull back, and then that's a buying zone again, and it could come up to the daily high and break out. We could entertain again the buy signal at 4330 if it gets down there. Okay, so now it's coming back up blue. Okay, so it broke that low, still holding hourly support, coming back up blue. Now we got a test. Well, it's not my position where I entered, so it's testing. There where it came up to that opening balance of that black candle, there were the offers in the market pushing this volume back down. We've got our hourly volume now is showing bearish. So let's see if we can continue to make lower highs on these lower time frames and continue to make lower lows and get NASDAQ trading down to 30,220, maybe down into here. See if we can break this hourly support. So see how it came up blue, 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 blue. I always say, guys, you know, 50% is good if we can hold below that, but the most important point of interest is the opening balance. So when it came right up there, there was that big rejection pushing it back down. But you see, when we're getting to the opening of this blue candle, there's some still blue volume still left in it. That's still buying. So we have to, you know, turn this candle black below the opening balance, turn it into a pin bar, then eventually another shooting star candle and continue pushing down. And then maybe we can get into our profit target. Maybe we can start to reduce our risk in the trade and maybe scale out a few pips here. And gold is still trading right near the highest point of the day. Okay, so you see how we came back down, got rejected at the opening balance. We turned the candle into a bearish pin bar right at that opening balance with 90 seconds to go. So can the sellers continue to bid down in here and continue to offer up here? but the buyers are asking to trade back above here. Okay, so this is where it's black candle, blue candle, maybe consolidating, just like gold was doing for a little bit over here, until finally COMEX is showing the strong volume, buying out, and could potentially break for a new daily high and continue driving. So if you guys traded off of the SST signal and got in, congratulations. I didn't. I was waiting for more confirmations, but sometimes you guys trade it, and if you did good, congratulations. If you're still waiting, you're still waiting. Okay, so again, blue candle, blue, blue, blue came back up, and then they've rejected it back down. But you see how tough this opening balance is. Every time we come down there, it's blue again. So it's continuing to fill up. So if it holds like this, high probability next candle is going to be blue, 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 coming back up, trying to fill these wicks, and then go back into drawdown. Gold is bullish. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But so far, technically, it has not broke for a new high of the day. So that's important to also look at. Okay, so the candle closed, again, bullish, engulfed, right? Engulfed that black candle, came all the way up. So you guys saw when it came down, came down, came back up, came down, came back up, closed back above there. So next move would be a blue candle to continue to break through here, unless sellers can step in and barcode this back down, where it's black, blue, and then coming back down black again. Okay, so we're in that barcoding phase. But you see the red line now? Now it could be holding temporary support because of that blue candle that just closed above. And you see, there's the temporary support holding. Now the candle can turn bullish and start to fill these wicks, okay? And then retest maybe potentially 50% of that black candle, okay? I'm hoping it's lower highs and can continue to push this down. Did I pip and dip out of that trade? I did not, no. Because it's NASDAQ, it's not big moves. Like that move right there was just 18 pips, right? Not what I was looking for. Looking for the bigger move to break that hourly support and get down there for the 30, 40, 50 maybe. But I'm still in it, holding, in drawdown, watching. Okay, so another lower high rejection, pin bar, shoot spin top, okay, indecision. So can the sellers get it back down, close it below? Then maybe we could start the next leg down, but buyers are still holding it. So tough on both buyers and sellers inside here. Typical Monday volume, but there was big news at the open of the day over the weekend. So other than that, we've got some chop happening. I got 2 more minutes to go on NASDAQ. And gold, potentially going to break this daily high up here. Is anyone in a gold buy off of COMEX maybe? Off of 43.25, maybe off of 43.30? If you are, congrats. You can get a new daily high momentarily. Breaking here, strong hourly candle flipped. And look, notice the time, COMEX. Boom, you were in the SST signal, closed a bit too soon. That's okay. Tony Gold, you got scared. You should have held it. Number one, I don't understand what that word "scared" means. Why are we scared trading the markets? Okay, there's other things in life that are scary. Trading should not be scary. Okay, if you're over leveraged and you're taking too big of a position on, yeah, it can be scary. But if you're trading within your risk, you guys got to eliminate these emotions of being scared or fearful of taking a trade, or while you're in a trade holding in drawdown. Like, you got to understand, guys, that's not the vocabulary we use as traders. There's nothing to be scared of. If you're trading within your risk, like, look, I'm on NASDAQ. I just traded in drawdown. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful, because even if it goes up and stops me out, again, I told you guys, I'm using 0.25% of my 1% of the entire day. So even if I get clocked out of NASDAQ, I've lost 0.25 of 1%. I still have 0.75% to get my 0.25% back. There's nothing to be scared about, okay? I'm not blowing up my account. I'm not giving my entire week's profit, things like that. Now you see, I'm allowing the price action to play out without being emotionally attached, without being scared, just allowing it to play out. So I see it came up bullish, 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 put me in drawdown, and then it came back down, closed below the red line, and now I got the ignited bar continue to come down to get my profit target down into here, okay? So now we're trading at the hourly support, but now we got some good momentum down. Let's see if we can break it and drop a little further down, right? If this was gold, yes, we would be well over 50, 60, 70, 80 pips. This is NASDAQ. It moves a little slower. It's a different security, okay? But we're still should be now above 30 pips. Now you see the red line is holding the wick, the wick, the wick, the wick. So my original stop loss was right here. So I'm reducing my risk now just above this red line. So I've just substantially lowered my risk. I still have open risk. I'm not at a break even. Maybe I should be, but if I need to lower it, I'm right here, okay? So, but let's see if we can continue to see if we can close with black volume below this white line, because if we do, we can momentarily use this as hourly resistance to continue to drop further, okay? But you see, we just tapped into that hourly white line, and that's showing buyers are bringing it right back up. Okay, so I got to wait for the body to close. There's still a lot of time on it. 3.5 minutes is a long time. But what I did was, remember my original stop loss was above this wick right up here. I've lowered it to this the red line now. How much have I decreased my risk? 17 pips, okay? Gold. Yeah, gold is right by the highest point of the day, wick, wick, wick. So it could pull back, and we could buy again at here, 43.35, or our SST buy signal at 43.30. And at the high of the day, gold has a little bit of resistance right here. Okay, it did before. That's where that big black candle formed. And now we came in there again, back down, came in there again, back down, came in there again, back down. Maybe now some black volume will come down and push this thing down. But it's got higher lows, and could be blue and break right through there. Okay, so NASDAQ found good. We're barcoding. Black, blue, black, blue. See where it bounced off that white line? That was a target. Maybe what I should have done is taken out 80% of my trade down there. I didn't. Okay, so I don't trade off of would have, should have, could have done that. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it. I didn't. So now the trade is coming right back up to my entry point. Again, I might realize some drawdown again, or I might get stopped out of the next move. But I got to continue to watch how and where the volume closes. So strong hourly support right off of that white line. Gold is still building. That could definitely continue to break right through here, guys. And we're moving into 9 a.m. in the next 11 minutes. 9 a.m. is going to bring in volatility. It's going to bring in volume. Why? Because that's a very, very important hourly candle, because at 9:30, it's representing the Wall Street side of trading. Guys, if you guys can hit the like button on YouTube, we do appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're here with you guys all week, except for Wednesday, where I know it's the most important day of the week, Wednesday FOMC. I will be at the World Cup game in Toronto with Panama and Ghana. But thank you guys. Maybe we can hit another 100 subs today and get this up to 102,000. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so we got to, again, rejecting it, offers, lower highs, lower highs. You know, I can trap this volume. You can clearly see the flag we're trading in right now on NASDAQ, where it's black, blue, black, blue. Okay, and going into the close of this candle, if it's blue above here, next bar has a high probability of being blue and continue to fill these wicks and then potentially stop me out right up there. And gold is trading right back at the highest point of the day, okay? So it could be a double top, but with this volume, looks like on the hourly, it wants to continue to just break through here. Yeah, that's that strong blue volume, new high. This is the breakout. So this is a short squeeze, continuing just to push through here. Figure out where this bar closes, when it closes in the next 4.5 minutes. Gold, where is it heading? Probably has a high probability of getting back up to here, to this yellow line, 4363. And what is that? That is the resistance, next resistance above us. And this came from our top-down analysis from June 9th's high of the day. Okay, if you go back to the daily and look at the June 9 candle, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about up here. Okay, that was from when we started the call, the top-down analysis. That could be our next bigger target to get back up to. And NASDAQ again, you see how it came up blue, 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 lower high, getting rejected back down. So we got to see if it can, black volume close back inside here or below that red line. You know, it's going black, blue, black, blue, black, right? Sellers are selling. You can tell by the offers of the wicks, and buyers are buying. Okay, we're just stuck in this range now. It's not going to stay in here forever. We're getting into 9 a.m. and potentially Wall Street. So there's two things that are going to happen. If the buyers step in, I'm going to get stopped out, right? But if the sellers step in, then we're going to potentially fill that wick and break that hourly support and get it down to there, okay? Or we're just going to continue to consolidate and trade sideways inside here. And gold still looks strong, created a new high of the day, new higher high on the 5 minutes. So extend this green zone into the future, extend this red zone into the future. And we've got to watch where it closes, how it closes in the next 2 minutes. NASDAQ is coming back down black again. Okay, so you know the red line, that was cutting that first bar in half. And then when it was blue, it closed above it, got a wick, came up there. Then it closed back black below there. Then it dropped us down there impulsively. Then it came back above. And then if we close back black below this, I know it's boring price action, but there's nothing I can do. I can't change the price action, right? I would love if it was just a big black candle dropping down. But you can see that this level is tough. Psychological level, 30,250 on NASDAQ. There's buyers and sellers accumulating in this area. It's not going to stay in here forever. Like I said, it'll either break up and then I get stopped out. And the reason why I get stopped out is because I don't want it to continue to drive up to the highest point of the day and break out just like how gold did. So, but the sellers are here. They're accumulating, but they're just not closing with conviction. As soon as we tap that hourly support, you see the big wick, there was buyers there. There's a big pending order of buyers that took it back up. So if we can continue to offer, maybe our hourly volume will continue to come down, fill that, and then we continue dropping. And maybe Wall Street at 9 a.m. will sell off early. Maybe at 9:30, it picks right back up. Okay. And gold broke for that daily high. Big rejection, could turn into a shooting star candle and then have a leg coming down, and then maybe they pinned it right there. So far, could be a false breakout. Okay, so I just want to follow the close of NASDAQ here in the last 30 seconds. We could have a bearish engulfing candle close below all this zone here. So I stretch this zone into the future, right? I can see exactly where it's barcoding. Black, blue, black, blue, black. This is frustrating volume. It's frustrating for both sides. It's frustrating for me as a seller because it's not breaking down and dropping. It's frustrating for buyers because every time it comes up, there's a black candle preceding it. So both sides are getting frustrated, but that's the accumulation phase of trading. So the sellers, again, failed to close it below this, failed to close it below the structure. Buyers came in at the end of the candle, and now it's back up blue. So it's tough. That shooting star candle on gold closed below. So when it's coming back up blue, 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 if it gets rejected in the red zone, it could potentially come back down. Maybe we could look to buy a pullback on gold down into here. Okay, and I'm about to maybe potentially get stopped out of the NASDAQ. Okay, my stop loss is just right above here at 30,275. The next psychological number just above all those wicks. I'll verbally let you guys know as soon as I get stopped out. But right now I'm still holding it in this drawdown. A lot of selling pressure still up here. How much capital do you need to start trading? You don't need any capital to start trading. You can start trading with opening up a demo account and learning how to trade. And gold coming right back up bullish. Will it fill that entire wick and grab a new high? Will it close above there and just continue skyrocketing through there? And we're close to 9 a.m., a new hourly candle in 3 more minutes on all of these securities we're looking at. And I'm close to getting stopped out. I'll verbally let you guys know. Still in it. I'm still holding it. Still holding it. There is a wick there. Still in it. There is a wick. But they got a high probability they're going to get me, but I'm still in it. Man, can a big seller come in now right before 9 a.m. and keep this thing down? So far it's holding, but there's still strong buying volume bringing it right back up. This would be the ultimate rejection right here. If this could be the potential 50% of that black candle and they reject this blue volume going into 9 a.m., could be a bearish candle. But the buyers are relentless, bringing it right back up. Holy. I'm still holding it in a sell, in drawdown on NASDAQ. We have a nice rejection right below that 50% there, but still the blue volume in the candle. We got to exhaust all of that. It's not easy to. That's a big, strong, bullish candle to exhaust. And we have 1 more minute and 20 seconds to go into 9 a.m. So it's pretty much right back down to where I entered. Back into that consolidated zone where it's just barcoding. Gold view, please. Yeah. Gold is strong, bullish. If it closes above here, we're going to close above the daily high. We're going to flip the red box green, and going into 9 a.m. could be bullish, continuing to drive through here. The hourly candle looks like it's going to close strong, and then we get a new hourly candle opening with a small wick, and it could continue to be bullish for gold. I'm still holding the sell in NASDAQ. I'm watching it on my mobile. I'm in it. But it's still got that stubborn opening blue volume. $18 seconds to go into the close. Let's see what 9 a.m. brings. Okay, I'll let you guys know again if I get stopped out. Could be early right now. I get stopped out. Okay, so closed right there. Opening black. But again, if it comes down black, it's coming into a strong blue candle where it gets a higher low and then could continue driving through there. And then I get stopped out. Justin, Dow just made a new all-time high. Yeah, Dow is strong. And NASDAQ could also break out, but that's why I'll get stopped out right here, because then it could definitely go straight to the daily high and drive, and I don't need to give it any unnecessary risk. Okay. There I got stopped out. Okay. So I got stopped out of it right there. I just got stopped out. Okay. So how much did I lose? I lost 20 pips. 20 pips is nothing. Okay. If you guys think that that's a lot, maybe then you're completely over leveraged. But I lost 20 pips. That to me is nothing. When we're trading gold, sometimes it's moves 100 pips. Okay. So that was a 20 pip slop. I didn't take my profit down there. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. This trade is done. Stopped out. But now we got to look for another trade. Okay. So I'm going to leave NASDAQ, let it do its thing. And then I'll take a peek at it come Wall Street. We'll focus more on gold here. Okay, so see how the hourly switch up changes? Big blue candle close, and look at the new hour. Just black candle coming right back down. That's why I tell you guys all the time, I hate being in trades where it's going right into a new hour because of this. The momentum change, it sucks. It sucks for you guys as buyers, but it's understandable. You got to know that momentum closes on one candle and then the new higher time frame one opens up, and it opens up right away with sellers. You could call it market manipulation. You can call it what you like, but it happens. Okay. Okay, so we got to figure out, will this close below, engulf all of this? Then it could potentially come back, all trade back down into retest 43.35. Maybe we come down and retest our buy signal at 43.30. Maybe back down to here where some of the guys bought in at 43.25. What is the name of this pair? This is gold, XAUUSD, and then the other pair we were just trading is NASDAQ. And does this piss me off that I just got tapped out right there and it's a black candle again? Of course it does. Who doesn't get pissed off about that? But it is what it is. If I didn't get stopped out there, it could have been a big blue candle coming all the way up there, okay? So I don't look at it and say, I could have done this, I would have done that, I did this. No, I made my analysis. I gave it the room to breathe. The sellers were not here. They were, but they didn't close with conviction. So I was in this trade for well over 30 minutes and they weren't there. What can I do? Nothing. But the risk management is what I want you guys to understand. I lost 20 pips total of that trade. And it's only 0.25%. So I can get back 20 pips by scalping US30 or scalping gold for 1 minute and get 20 pips back. Am I worried about that? No. Am I scared? No. Am I scared to take my next trade? No. I reduced my risk. My original stop loss was above that wick, and then as it was pushing down, I brought it down. Should I have gone down to a break even? Potentially. I didn't. I wanted the bigger move. Should I have scaled out of that candle? Yes. Did it hit that white line? Yes. But that's why sometimes I don't like trading NASDAQ, because it only moves like 20 pips. I'm used to trading securities that if they push down, I'm 50 pips in profit. Then it makes trading that decision so much easier. With 10, 15, 20 pips, it's probably not enough. If I got out on the call, someone would say, Ron, what the hell? Why didn't you leave it? It's only 20 pips. Again, you got to know what you are personally looking for. No. Timmy, you jumped out in profit. You didn't trust it. Good instinct. I wish I did the same as you did. But we wish to do a lot of things when we're trading every single day. We wish we did this. We wish we did that after the fact. It's easy to do something after the fact. Okay, but over here, we got another gold fake out coming back down. Let's just go over again. Do we have any news coming up at Wall Street right over here? 9:15. We have in a few minutes the US capacity utilization rate. It's a low impact folder. And then we have the industrial production month over month, low impact folder. 10 a.m. We have housing market index, low impact. So we don't have any high impact news coming. Just we have Wall Street market open. You guys should know all about what happened over the weekend with the ceasefire deal and why the markets are pumping and why gold is pumping up here. Yes. Okay. Good question. Have I ever had major losses in my trading life, and how did you cope with them until you developed this professional self-control? Yes, when I first started trading, for the first 5 years, I had no idea what I was doing. I lost thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars trading, but I had no idea what I was doing. You guys can imagine. I was over leveraging every trade. I was doing high risk trading. I was not waiting patiently for anything. I was trading all of this, like this barcoding action. I would buy high leveraged, and then that big black candle would scare me out and I get stopped out and lose. Then I would revenge trade with another buy, and then they bring it right back down. Before you know it, one account is blown up there. And what I mean when an account is blown up, it's not a prop firm. It was real money. You deposit $5,000 into one account, it's gone. Trade it for 1 day, 2 days, it's gone. Deposit another $5,000, gone within a week. So yes, I lost a lot of money. And then that's when I said, okay, I have no more money to even put in the markets, even if I did. So now it's time to learn how to trade and take the time. I took a lot of time. It took 6 months where I didn't even put $1 into another live account, where what I did was now I studied candlesticks. I studied price action. I started to study, I finally started to journal my trading. Go back and learn what happened. Just like I took that NASDAQ trade. If I journaled this trade right now, was there anything I could have learned, improved on, fixed, corrected? anything, and make notes and learn from it, so that when you see this type of setup tomorrow or the next day, you know what to do. Okay. So my biggest thing was how I lost all the money was over leveraging, large positions for the size of the account, um, not knowing what a point of control is, a point of interest, not knowing what a top-down analysis is, just jumping in on a live market, going in right down to the 5-minute, 1-minute candles, and just start trading them, and just hope to get lucky on every single candle. Yeah, and lost a lot of money. Then over time, I learned patience, discipline, risk management, the mindset to know that if you have a losing day, walk away and come back if you need to take 1 or 2 days off, instead of just coming right back and revenge trading the next candle. And know that trading is a long-term process. I want to do this for more than 1 year. I want to do this more than 5, 10, 20 years. I want to do this for the rest of my life. So what's the point of just doing everything in 1 day or 1 week when you know you have your whole life to do this? So that's when really put perspective to slow down, learn the proper way of trading. Some people don't care what I have to say. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you my journey. Your journey could be completely different. There could be someone on this call that never went through any of that. There could be someone that started here and first week became profitable and they haven't looked back. Why? Maybe they're fantastic at having good discipline in trading. Who knows? Everyone's got a different story. That's my story. Whether you like it or not, I'm not here to impress you. I know what I went through to get where I am right now. I'm not saying I'm at the top of the world right now. I'm not saying I'm exactly where I want to be in life right now, but I'm financially a lot better than where I was when I started trading. I'm not doing it to show off. I'm not doing it to anything. I'm showing you my trading struggled at the beginning. It was really, really difficult. I wish I could be that person to come on here and say, I started trading, I made some mistakes. After 1 week, 2 weeks, I fixed them, and look at me now. No, I'm not that guy. It took me years and years and years before I even realized to make $1 in these markets. Education is the most important thing in trading, is my opinion. Okay. Whether you agree with me or not, it's my opinion. When you educate yourself, you can become a better trader. Okay. Educate yourself on your trading habits, educate yourself on how to improve your risk management, educate yourself on what is a bullish engulfing candlestick, what is an ignited candlestick, why do candlesticks fake out at a certain time of day every single day, why do hourly candles switch up momentum. Then you'll get better at trading. Then you know if it's 8:55, should you be taking a buy right before 9 a.m.? Maybe you hold off because you know that momentum could switch. I sound like every other trader out there, like a pyramid scheme. How the fuck do I sound like a pyramid scheme? What are you even talking about? Someone asked me, Ron, explain your story. I'm explaining my story. That's why, guys, I don't like to talk shit on here, because everyone thinks I'm trying to sell something or a pyramid scheme or I'm trying to scam you. I'm here every fucking day live with you guys. I'm not selling you fuck all. You guys on YouTube, is this a pyramid scheme to ask you to like and subscribe to the channel? What pyramid scheme is that? I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. This is where I get so rattled and so unfocused where I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. Like, what are you talking about? How is a pyramid scheme? Do you know what a pyramid scheme is, first of all? Do you know what a pyramid scheme is? It's I've been part of traded pyramid scheme securities. Okay. Enron. If you guys remember Enron was one of the biggest pyramid schemes in the stock market of all time. Okay. So I don't even think you know what the fuck a pyramid scheme is. I don't even think you know what you're talking about. A pyramid scheme. Oh my God. This is where I have to say that some of you guys are fucking retarded on YouTube. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ron said the R word. Yeah, you are fucking retarded, okay? I will say that. Because you are very fucking stupid. Yeah, shadow ban me, shut me down. Ron said the R word. Yeah, he said some guy on the call is retarded. Yes, I did say that. You called me a scammer, which I'm not. You called me doing a pyramid scheme, which I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I know there's guys coming in here right now that are paid from other trading groups because we do too much free live education and it's pissing other groups off. So they send these fucking donkeys in here to piss me off. And guess what? You do your job. You do piss me off. You do. But I'm gonna call you out because you guys are idiots. You guys are literally idiots. One guy. So it might come down to it again where I got to turn the YouTube chat off. We were going good for a couple weeks, but if you don't want to be part of this pyramid scheme of learning live every day that costs you nothing, then don't be part of this pyramid scheme. Go to another pyramid scheme. Idiots. Gold is bullish. So let's see if we can get up to that high of the day of June 9th, 4363. If it gets up there, guys, you do your thing. That would be a good profit target if you're in buys. One other thing, guys, if you want to be part of this scam at SST, if you want to be part of this pyramid scheme, hit the subscribe button and you can join one of the best, fastest growing pyramid schemes on YouTube right now about live trading and analysis. And if you want to hit the like button on this pyramid scam, join it, okay? One of the best pyramid schemes is a lot of our guys are making good money learning this pyramid scheme, what we do here at SST. I wish someone taught me this scam back in the day. yeah, Jonathan, I'm Ron Madoff right now. So since we're talking about pyramid schemes, I want to give you a testimony of a sniper in our group at SST about our pyramid scheme and our scam here. It's right over here, guys. Let me read this to you real quick. This is Venet. He's in our Zoom right now. I asked for permission after he sent us this email to us, to Dave and I, and the pyramid scheme at SST about his trading. So this is not a made up story. He's on our Zoom. He can probably say hello to everybody right now. This is basically his email just broken down into a blog and appreciating our pyramid scheme over here. So this is Venet's SST breakthrough story, from random trading to consistent results. Okay, so this was his certificate of appreciation at this Futures Legacy Funded Next 50K program, where he passed, got paid out $1,700. And this is not my trading. This is Venet. So the journey every trader dreams of. At SST, we often say that trading success isn't about finding a magic indicator, a secret strategy, or a lucky trade. It's about developing discipline, understanding price action, respecting key levels, and trusting a proven process. Okay, so this is me now reading to you guys what this gentleman learned in a pyramid scheme or from scammers over here. This week, one of our snipers, Venet, shared a message with us, to Dave and I. He sent us on the weekend an email, which perfectly captures what real trading growth looks like. His story isn't just about receiving another payout. It's about the moment when trading finally starts to make sense. And that's a breakthrough every trader can relate to on this call. A reward that meant more than money, okay? Sometimes you guys ask me, do we trade for money? Yeah, we do trade for money, but we also trade for freedom in life, to do what we do and enjoy what we do. Venet recently received his second funded account reward payout. What makes this achievement special is his perspective. As Vinny explained in his own words, My first reward was largely the result of haphazard and random trading, just like me when I first started. Although it worked out financially, I knew deep down that it wasn't sustainable. Okay. Many traders have experienced this. Maybe you, maybe I don't know. Okay. Sometimes profits come before understanding. Sometimes luck arrives before consistency. While profitable trades feel great, experienced traders know that sustainable success comes from having a repeatable process. I have the same shitty, scammy routine every single day here. That's exactly what Venet discovered. The moment everything started to click, unlike his first payout, Venet's second reward was built on structure, discipline, and applying the lessons taught daily inside the SSD community on Discord and on our education site. Venet shared that the second reward is much more satisfying because it came from following a structured process, respecting levels, and applying the principles myself and Dave, teach every single day. According to Venet, approximately 90% of his trades were based on SST server calls. So the signals that Dave sends out, that 43330 signal buy on gold, that hit some profit. If you guys took it, great. If not, we got to wait for it again. But Venet took approximately 90% of his trades were based off of SST signals that Dave sends out and the trade plans, while the remaining trades came from applying the price action concepts and market structure principles he learned through the SST education. Most importantly, he no longer felt he was guessing. He felt like he understood why he was taking trades. That's where the confidence is born. Discovering the power of price action. I'm big on price action. So if you think I'm selling you a scam on price action, one of the best scams ever. One of the biggest breakthroughs in Venet's journey came from understanding the importance of levels. For many new traders, charts often look chaotic, okay? When we looked at gold consolidating, it looked chaotic, but you can make some sense of it if you're patient and disciplined and watch what happens. Price appears random. Markets seem unpredictable. Then something changes. You begin to understand support, resistance, liquidity, supply and demand, and market structure. Suddenly, the chart starts telling you a story. How many times have I told you price action is a language? When you learn it, you can change your life. If you know what happened in the past by doing a top-down analysis, you know how it's trading in the present, and you can predict with high probability where it's going to move into the future. Okay, that's price action. Did I discover price action? No, but you can follow it and become a better trader. Vinny described the realization perfectly. This week was a major breakthrough for me. I finally started to understand the true power of price action. I could clearly see the importance of the levels you teach and how incredibly precise and significant they are. Watching price react repeatedly around key levels transformed the way he viewed the market. Instead of chasing candles like most of us do on impulse and reacting emotionally, he began anticipating market behavior with greater confidence and patience. Progress over perfection. What makes Venet's story so relatable is his honesty. He didn't claim to be perfect, nor do I. He didn't claim to have mastered trading overnight, nor do I. In fact, he openly acknowledged that emotional, impulsive mistakes still occur. Same with me. But there's a huge difference between a struggling trader and a developing trader. Developing traders recognize mistakes, learn from them, and continue improving, as do I on a live basis with you guys daily. There's nothing I can hide from you guys. You guys see where I buy, sell, where I get stopped out, where I make profit, where I go out on impulse, where I wait for confirmations. But I'm constantly improving myself, just like Venet. Venet shared, of course, I still made some emotional and impulsive mistakes along the way, but I was able to recover from them. That's the point I'm trying to talk about. You guys saw I got stopped out of NASDAQ. I lost 20 pips. I'm sure the rest of today I can recover 20 pips, okay? If you don't think I can, I don't need to prove anything to you. The mindset is exactly what long-term success requires. Not perfection, progress. The work nobody sees, okay? This is the point that's very important. A lot of people don't see the hard work that goes behind the scenes to become a profitable trader, okay? Behind every payout, every winning trade, and every breakthrough is something most people never talk about. The work, the late nights, the chart reviews, the journaling, the studying, the sacrifices. Venet highlighted the reality when he explained how much time and effort he invested over the previous 2 weeks. Success wasn't handed to Venet. It was earned through dedication and commitment to the process. The markets reward preparation, and preparation is exactly what he brought to the table. So why community matters? One of the most powerful parts of Venet's message was his appreciation for the SST live sessions and the Discord that he mentioned. Trading can be a lonely journey. Many traders spend years trying to figure out everything out on their own. Inside SST, members have access to real-time education, live market analysis, structured trade planning, and a supportive community of traders all working toward the same goal. So maybe we are one big pyramid scheme here at SST, but we're a pyramid scheme helping each other traders become the best traders possible. Join that pyramid scheme instead of losing your money in other pyramid schemes. As Venet shared, both of your live sessions, myself and Dave, are absolutely priceless. The depth of knowledge, practical insights, and real-time market education you both provide are truly exceptional. The goal has never been to create followers. Okay. The goal is to create independent, confident, and disciplined traders. Our goal here at SST was never to turn the channel into 100,000 subs. I don't give a shit about the silver play button, gold play button. I don't give a fuck about any button. The only thing that I care about is truly making you guys the best traders possible. Okay. Do you think we give a shit about a play button? I don't give a fuck about any play button. I'll tell YouTube right now live, I don't give a fuck about your play buttons, okay? I don't care. That play button is not changing my life. What changes my life and Dave's life is a message by Venet, who is a real person in Zoom right now, and he expresses to us. This is why we do what we do, okay? We don't do this for followers, likes, or subscribes, or play buttons, okay? The real reward. Perhaps the most powerful statement in Venet's entire message wasn't about profits. It wasn't about payouts. It wasn't about funded accounts. It was this. The profits are great, but the real value is learning how to think, plan, and execute properly. That is the foundation of a professional trader. Anyone can have a winning day. Anyone can catch a lucky trade, but learning how to consistently think like a trader is what creates lasting success. The habits, the mindset, the discipline, the patience, those are the true rewards. A message to every aspiring sniper or trader out there. If you're currently struggling, frustrated, or wondering whether trading will ever click for you, Venet's story should serve as a reminder. Every successful trader starts as a beginner. Every disciplined trader was once emotional. Every consistent trader was once inconsistent. The difference is they did not quit. They studied, they practiced, they trusted the process, and eventually the pieces started coming together. As Venet himself said, he still feels like he is only at the beginning of his journey. That's the mindset of someone focused on long-term growth. Congratulations, Venet. On behalf of the entire SST community, congratulations on your incredible progress and your second reward payout. Most importantly, congratulations on developing the mindset, discipline, and understanding that will continue serving you throughout your trading career. Your story is proof that when education meets dedication, remarkable things can happen. Your journey in trading is just starting and will continue. We are proud of you to be part of the SST family. And Vinay, you know, I message you on email. I'm awarding you with a one-on-one with myself so that we can continue to make you the best trader possible. We can go over any questions that you have, and I look forward to our call. You message me anytime, and we'll do the one-on-one. Okay, guys. So that's a story about Vinay in our group, testimony that he was once a struggling trader and now he's got a payout of $1,700. Congratulations. I thank you for allowing me to share this with the world and to see what we're all about here. So thank you. Congratulations, Vinay. Okay. So just right back over here we're going to market open in 2.5 minutes where we can be looking at NASDAQ. So came right back up to the daily high, and we'll see if it can continue to break out further with Wall Street volume. Just going to clean up the charts here. Okay, big powerful move. Wall Street, and we'll watch gold, okay? So we'll watch NASDAQ. We'll stick with NASDAQ right when Wall Street market opens. I think we've done enough gold analysis so far. And most of the pre-market is up right now green. Like SpaceX is up 6.5%. MicroStrategy is up 8%. That's a Bitcoin kind of security. NVIDIA is up almost 2%. All quantum computing securities are up anywhere from 5 to 8%. What else do we have? Oracle is up 2.2%. AMD, the semiconductors, tech are up 5%. Micron up 8%. Wow, like everything is green in the pre-market, okay? Now, will it be a pump right at market open? Will it be a retracement? Can we buy any pullbacks? Or will the market change and become bearish at open? We will see. I highly doubt that, but there could be good potential pullback buys. Just keep an eye on things, okay? Whatever security you're watching, if you're looking at gold, it's bullish, new high of the day. If it comes back down, we could be looking to buy this zone, 4335, the original SST buy at 4330, maybe buy the pullback back to the high of the day. If it goes up, your target could be that June 9th high of the day at 4363, okay? Here we go. And all gold junior mining companies are all up big numbers as well, up 10% as well, okay? So here's the first 30 seconds of Wall Street, black, blue. I'm going to wait for this full candle to close. If you want to trade this, go right ahead. Okay, and I'm gonna look at this yellow line up here, 30,365. That's a daily point of interest. If we go to our daily candles really quickly, where do we get this from? So this is the close of Thursday and the open of Friday. Okay, and then you see the next yellow line up here is the open of Thursday. Okay, so far we're retracing all the way back up there. Look how bullish today's daily candle is off of all that positive news over the weekend. Strait of Hormuz open, no more war, ceasefire with Iran, and the market is very bullish. So it's filling right up to that yellow line. Gold still very, very bullish. Did it pull back anywhere? Not yet. Okay, so it's still very bullish. And guys, just over here on the signals, okay, if you did take it, congratulations. I didn't. I was waiting for more confirmations, but if you took it, you can see Dave took it over here, ran 60 pips, ran 100, and if you took it, 250 pips. Congrats, guys. Okay. Todd, TP6 smashed. Not TP1, not TP2, not TP3, but TP6. That's a pretty good TP target. So maybe you should be done for the day, Todd. Wrap it up, and that's a good trading day. If anyone hits a TP6, maybe finish your trading off for the day. Okay, so gold traded right into June 9th resistance, that high of the day, yellow line right there, 4363. Where did we get that from? Again, go to the daily. Remember the top-down analysis. So this is what we were looking for. Will gold continue to backfill, and right there, there's the June 9th high, that yellow line, okay? Right there. And then if it continues to go further, the psychological number, 4375, the top of the red zone. Which is right up here. Yep, you're here for the fun now. Well, this is not just a trading channel, it's also entertainment. So hopefully I'm entertaining you guys as well. Education and entertainment, not just live trading. I'm not just here for live trading. I'm here to entertain and educate. That's mainly why I'm here. The live trading is just, if there's a trade, we take it. If not, I don't. Art, amazing. Congratulations. Sorry about those individuals saying you're scammers. In the meantime, you've helped me get 200 pips during this session. I didn't help you do anything. You got it all yourself. I didn't do anything for you, but congratulations. Guys, you got to look at it like this. In life, when you're going to go and do something big in life, you're going to have haters, okay? It's part of the process. Anything you do, whether you get a promotion at your job, you're going to have a haters. Whether you do well in trading, you're going to have haters. Whether you're on a sports team and you're an all-star, you're going to have haters on other teams in different leagues, all of that shit. It just comes with the territory, okay? But with haters, you got to know that you're doing something good. So here at SST, we're always going to have haters on here. Why? Because look at us. We're just doing live education, live trading. We have a great track record, and we do it for free for everyone around the world. There's going to be groups that charge money for this, and we're taking some market share from them. So they come on here, and then they start talking shit and things like that. That's okay. I like to have fun with them. Yeah, sometimes it rattles me, because if someone's calling me a scammer, I get pissed off. I've never scammed anybody in my entire life. Never would I even consider that. I'm the furthest away from a scammer. I have the biggest heart. I help everybody. I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night considering even if I took someone's money. It's just not me. That's what pisses me off. But guys, don't worry. It doesn't bother us. It just pisses us off. We call them out. It is what it is. If you guys know SST, if you guys know myself and Dave personally, you guys will know what type of people we are. And but some of you guys, it's your first time here on the channel. You have no idea who we are, and you think we're scamming you, but we're not. Okay, you can trust me on that. Anyways, guys, this is why they don't like us. We're at 102,000 subscribers, right? That's why we're not getting. That's why we're getting so much hate. So, 10 more subs, 5 more subs. We're at 102,000, and watch how the hate comes. Come on, 2 more subs. There we go. Thank you guys so much. 102,000. Unbelievable. Thank you guys. And hit the like button. We do appreciate that, guys. If you trust SST, you'll hit that like button. Yusuf, you're about to get your first payout. Let the haters do their talk. Yeah. So, like, what can I do, Yusuf? You know, am I scamming you? Did Dave and I scam you out of anything here at SST? You know, like, you can hear firsthand from the guys in our group. If you think we're scamming, we're providing signals throughout the day. Dave is working hard. Look at sending right over here, guys. Okay. This is the group. Sorry, not me. This is our group. Look at profits, okay? Would a group scamming guys be showing would they be showing their profits in a scam group? I doubt it. Okay. But here's signals sent out. Sometimes signals work, sometimes they don't. You guys know that. It's trading. But we have education on the website. Okay. Do we just do live trading? No. There's tons of education. Myself, Dave, every course you need about trading, price action, support resistance, technical course, this. You need to learn how to trade signals. We have courses on that, how to interpret the trade signals. You need boot camps, 3 to 5 to 6 day boot camps are all here. You need 120 webinars at any level of trader you are that are a minimum of 2 hours. There's good enough in there. You need anything to know about Dow Jones and NASDAQ, there's good enough. You would need years and years to even just go through all of this content, if you even wanted to go through this. Okay. Free blogs are available to all of you guys here on our website, but let's now focus on trading. Okay. So NASDAQ, see this zone? I'm going to make it green in case it comes back, pulls back into here. We'll see if it can continue to hold 30,300. It was bullish at the market open. I'm waiting for like first 15 minutes. You know, some traders look at the ORB of the first 15-minute candle. You know, Forex in our group has developed that indicator for the team that's figuring out ORBs and can wait for the first 15-minute candles. And then also waiting for gold here. You've had one losing day in the past 2 weeks. That's amazing. Hopefully you keep up that momentum. Just go back right now, my opinion. Learn from all of those winning days, what you were trading, what were you doing correctly, what were you doing. Learn from that losing day that you had. That's one big day, one losing day. Learn from it. And let's see if you can let's continue for the next 2 weeks, have winning profitable days. Okay, guys. So I wouldn't look for sells right now. Gold is bullish. NASDAQ is bullish. I wouldn't be looking for sells. All I would be looking for are maybe pullback buys on both of these securities. If NASDAQ pulls back down into here, I would maybe potentially look for a buy. If gold pulls back down into here, I would potentially look for a buy. I wouldn't be looking to sell the market right now, because you guys know it could just be a brief sell to about 50% of the candle here, and that might not be what you're looking for a little pip and dip move, and then it just picks up buyers and continues squeezing you. So it's one of those days, guys, where this could be a trap day, where it could be a very bullish day, and you think because maybe RSI gets overbought on the hourly, on the 15-minute, 5-minute, that you have to sell. And it could just be like one black candle or two black candles that just, and then it picks up and continues to go. This is today a trending bullish day across the board, okay? It started from the opening balance right at the opening day, and it hasn't, you know, turned reversed bearish. So today is a trending bullish day. In my opinion, if you're going to continue to trade today, I would look to just position yourself to buy pullbacks on either US30, on NASDAQ, or gold, okay? That's what I would do. If you want to try and sell this, you could get trapped. It could get difficult. Yes, it could drop for a few pips down, but you don't close out your trade or understand that you're counter trading, and then it comes right back up and puts you into more drawdown, and then you take another sell, and the same thing happens again. And then before you know it, you're going to say, Run, why was I selling on a trending day when I should be buying the pullbacks? Well, I'm trying to remind you guys that today's that day. So that's the mindset you should have today. Until the market shows you otherwise, until the sellers can close it below critical structure, retest it, then drop it. But right now, it's a trending bullish day across the board. I don't even need to look at US30, and I am assuming it's bullish as well. So I would be definitely looking to buy pullbacks today. So let's see if there's any new news coming out at the market open. Fox to buy streaming pioneer Roku in $22 billion deal. Fox News is down almost 20% on that deal. Let the oil flow. US-Iran reached the tentative deal to end the war and open up the Strait of Hormuz. Bitcoin recovers back up to 67,000 right now, up 3.5%. Still lots of room to move up. And you guys know the big news with SpaceX on the weekend. Why don't I need to look at US30 is because I'm assuming it's bullish, right? Or no, maybe you see, I assumed wrong. It was bullish. Now we got some big black candles coming down. Okay. So what we could do is see how it came right down into there. You know, we could see if it comes back up. If it's a double top, then maybe US30 has more room to drop down. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I stand corrected. There is some selling pressure on US30. So maybe NASDAQ is different. NASDAQ is tech. When we look at NASDAQ, tech and AI is still very, very, very strong. So you can see maybe one security could look bearish and the other one is not. So you can't assume that NASDAQ and Dow Jones are the same indices. They're completely different. But NASDAQ is still very, very bullish. Gold, again, is just consolidating right here at that yellow line. That was the high of the day. If you go back, you look at June 9th, that was the resistance. That was the opening bearish balance at June 9th, okay? So we could see it push down and then come right back up. If you want to sell, you could sell off of here, but you got to know it could come down into where patient buyers are waiting, right back down here. Right at this bullish candle that opened right at 9:30. Rob, SpaceX hit 175 at market open. That was, remember last Friday, 176 was the high of the day last Friday. I'm sure it will potentially maybe break it today. Holy. NASDAQ is really, really strong. So our next daily point of interest is this yellow line at 30,460. Unbelievable strong open. Why 30,460 on NASDAQ? Yellow line, right? If you go to the daily, it's right here. It's the closing of last Wednesday and the open of Thursday. That's where that big black volume came into the market. So we're retracing all the way right back up there. So we're coming to test that opening balance of last Thursday's open, where the sellers were in control, bringing it all the way down. So you see how we're retracing all the way back up with the positive news that the Strait of Hormuz is open and the ceasefire deal. And that's where we're potentially coming right into. Again, guys, if we break above that yellow line, then remember a candle has a job to do. continue to fill the wick. I would place another yellow daily point of interest right up at that wick, right up there. And then the number for today to see if we can continue to get up there is 30,565 to backfill Thursday, June 4 wick. And then you got your body open right there. And then there's your all-time high. So look at NASDAQ. It's not too far from coming all the way right back up to the all-time high and testing it again, okay? It will potentially break for a new all-time high if we can sustain the Strait of Hormuz open and ceasefire where Iran and US and are at a deal, at a truce for this week and next week. We could definitely take out this new all-time high and continue to build. You know that SpaceX is in the stock market now. That could attract volume, and we could easily break this and go for a new all-time high. And gold is just consolidating with these spin top candles, not the best candles to trade right now. And then I would see how we're moving into 10 a.m. A new hourly candle, 10 a.m. is coming. We can monitor that as well. Do you guys have any questions about today's stream? It is a Monday, right? There's no news today with Forex Factory, no high impact news. It's just the Monday open over the weekend regarding all of that big news, and it's very bullish today on most securities. Right over here, stocks soar after US and Iran reached the ceasefire deal. The big news this week is FOMC on Wednesday. That's going to be the most volatile day of the week. Not only is it FOMC, but it's also President Donald Trump is speaking at 9:30 a.m. right when Wall Street market opens up on Wednesday. He is in France, and he's speaking at the G7 meetings. Okay, so Donald Trump will be speaking that day. So Wednesday is the big day this week. Okay, so look at NASDAQ closed above now the yellow line, and it's using the yellow line as momentary support for the 5-minute volume to break that wick and continue to drive a little further. Okay, so today, guys, I'm just giving you my opinion, what I will be doing. I will be looking just to buy pullbacks today at levels identified. I'll wait for the volume to come down. If it comes down, I'll entertain buying a pullback. If it doesn't come down today, maybe tomorrow will come down, but that's going to be my plan. The market is trending from when it opens all the way down in here at 6 p.m. There was the weekend open, that big bullish news about the Iran deal. And since then, higher low, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. This level is holding. We couldn't break through there. Then finally it broke right there during Wall Street. And there's the new higher high breakout. So if it pulls back, notice how we have not pulled back and retested here, this zone, 30,300. That could be a nice potential buying opportunity if it comes back here. The yellow line is a buying opportunity as well. Okay, guys, I got to get off. Dave and I got to do a Zoom real quick. We just got to figure something out right now. And guys, that's it from me today. I need to take a break too. My back is killing me. I'm going to go make a coffee and go to the washroom. I hope you guys have a great day trading today. Don't do anything excessive, over leverage. Don't do anything silly. Some of you guys maybe are well on your way to your daily goal. I would maybe shut the computer off and walk away if you're having a great Monday. Guys, I appreciate all of you guys for subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button as well on your way out. And if you want to join the SST team, you're more than welcome to join the website, stocksniperstrading.com. There's a 50% off promo. Use that code at checkout. You can get 50% off all the premium plan. And also, guys, the free Telegram, make sure it's pinned at the top of YouTube that you do click on this, check on it, so you can get a giveaway this Friday. We'll be giving away a good prize this Friday. Okay, guys? And congratulations to Venet on that amazing testimony and the success on your trading. Congratulations, bro. And everyone else, guys, have a great day today. Please trade smart. And we'll see you guys tomorrow post New York after Dave. Dave will be doing live New York 8 a.m. and we'll be coming in post New York at 11 a.m. Okay? Have a great day. God bless. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. Everyone on Zoom, have a good day today, guys. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We'll see you.